What is up?
Justin Allgaier is going to win for the third time in 2022. Josh Berry is going to win by 3/4 of a mile.
What is up, motherfuckers and party people?
Not bad as far as the points go either, so I kind of wonder what's on your agenda, a Watkins Glen win or the points that might take you closer to the regular season championship?
For sure, Watkins Glen win. You know, for us, when we caught AJ that little bit that we've been able to make that run, it wasn't because we were trying to points race. We've been actively trying to not only win races, but just run the best we can at the end of the race. You saw that last race with us at Michigan. We chose to not
I'm in my underwear right now.
Obviously came up a little bit short in second, but for us, the reason we've been able to chip those points away is just going out, battling for a win, and trying to put ourselves in a good position. So, no different today. We got a little bit longer to go from the back, starting.
What happened there?
Well, we had a mechanical failure. We actually had a brake rotor that cracked on us there in qualifying. And, you know, we're not sure if it would have made it or not. It probably would have made it, but you know, just in the idea of safety, you know, at these high speeds that we're running here at Watkins Glen, we decided to just go ahead and
Was watching touring cars at Road America to get in the road course mood. We didn't want to know. Well, I'm in my underwear, and you know that now.
To get up there and try to go for a win.
Parker, if you've watched his team in the past, they've had both speed and strategy. They're going to need both today.
The Junior Motorsports has been the class of the Xfinity Series field. Noah Gregson, one of those drivers at
Go
Junior
Bubba
Motorsports,
Wallace, number 23. He's not in the race today, is he? Is Bubba in the race today? No, he's not.
I think the car drives really good, Parker. It's just, I don't know. Those guys are really fast, so...
You're kind of disturbed to learn that I'm in my underwear right now? Bro, it's just underwear.
Like we've kind of done a little bit of a package change to our 50th anniversary Bass Pro Shop Camaro coming to this racetrack, and really like it through the bus stop and just places where we struggled in the past. But you know, it's gonna be hot, it's gonna be slick out there. I don't imagine a ton of tire fall off. The tires are, you know, a little bit softer than they were last year. Just the asphalt's so new, but yeah, you just gotta have a strong, clean day. I think we can race these guys really well and set up passes. That's the biggest thing. You can have a lot of speed.
I don't think it's a bot,
you know, passing guys
but maybe.
challenging with that, and I think we have a car that can do that.
What I take from that, Marty, is they've got a good handling car, which means it's a car you can race among the others.
See how it plays out, Parker. So, Kyle, it's been a fantastic year for JRM,
Yes.
as everybody has talked about, but they really haven't been in contention for a win at a road course. You know, you look forward, first cutoff race of the playoffs, the Roval, a road course. Should they be concerned a little bit?
You call it a road course, I call it a rover. Tomato, tomato. I think we look at it and I say, yeah, I don't think they should be concerned, because the point is, it is partially an oval. There's a lot on the bank, and we've seen speed from these cars. And I think Justin Allgaier, I think Noah Gregson, the guy we just talked to right there, these guys are better road racers than what I think we've given them credit for. I think we see exceptional road racers in A.J. Allmendinger and what Ty Gibbs has been able to do. But these guys have a shot when you get them on that oval part of the racetrack. So I think that's a little bit of the...
Someone said that some of Watkins Glen has been repaired / repaved. I mean, they repaved it a few years ago. I think before 2015 they repaved it, but I haven't heard anything about like a more recent repave or even like a partial repave.
I'll give it my best guess in that you're going to have to give up stage one as far as getting stage points there, and just think about, okay, how can I position my driver to get the most from stage two and get points there, and then set us up for a great finish at the end, get most. If we lose a couple, or those other guys happen to have some problems along the way, then we might find ourselves in a good spot. But the finish position today, I believe, is going to be the most important thing for them.
It has been 4 years almost to the day since JRM won a road course. They would love to change that today. Closing in on pre-race ceremonies and the green flag from Watkins Glen will go on the clock.
What's up, Boston? So green flag's at 3:19. I gotta work at 6, so I mean we'll probably be able to watch all. So I mean that means I have to leave at like 5:50. We'll probably be able to watch all of the race, but there is a slight chance that we don't. You're in your college dorm room. Were you in college?
Imagine having the elite performance of Goodyear now on your Skechers. Enhance your traction, durability, and stability with Skechers featuring the top-tier performance of premium Goodyear rubber. Get all-season performance with Goodyear and Skechers.
Instead of rushing to work for someone else, you're free to freelance from wherever you feel free.
That's right.
Oh, she's going for it. LegalZoom. Now you're in business.
Beautiful day in Baltimore, where most people will probably know that Geico could save them money on car insurance, right? You see, the thing is, Geico...
It's because some of the corners look black.
Hey,
Maybe.
okay, I'm ready to come in now. Hello?
I'm trying my best.
Serious now, I'm serious. Request to come ashore.
I mean, I know it is a relatively new surface.
Just car insurance. In the future, everything will be powered by renewable energy, but it's not as easy as flipping a switch. It's a long road, requiring decades of time and trillions of dollars. But what if there was a better direction on the path to zero carbon emissions?
Yeah, after the 2015 race, they repaved it, so 2016 was the first race on the new surface at Watkins, Glen.
There is, and it's propane. Get the facts at propane.com/now.
IndyCar coming up later today from St. Louis right here on USA. Yesterday, Will Power tied Mario Andretti guys with an all-time record.
Wow.
67 career IndyCar poles. Power, the championship leader now by just 7 points over Scott Dixon. Just 3 races left in the season. IndyCar, St. Louis tonight, right after us from Watkins Glen. DJ, here are the playoff standings in the Xfinity Series. 5 races to go in the regular season.
Yeah, you can see a lot going on here, and even though we see that there's a 52-point gap between 12 and 13, a lot of things can change, especially at a place like this here this afternoon.
Playoff standings pretty important for a few drivers in today's On the Clock. Kyle, for your first with a driver who I think playoffs are the only thing that matter to him, Sheldon Creed.
The only thing, Sheldon Creed, listen, he's closing in on riding seat for that final spot. There's 5 races to go before the playoffs, including today. He finished 3rd here in the truck race. This is a guy who's got it done on every type of racetrack. We've seen him run really good on road courses. He's just got to keep chipping away.
They're still showing the Geico road course boat ad, so they haven't updated their ads. Also, any food today? I think I have some Domino's in the fridge.
He's got 9 top 10s this year. That's a good thing going on. I think today is just about surviving, not giving up any more than what he has to. Try to get that.
I need to put pants on. I'm in my underwear right now, boys.
My next man is no stranger to this dance. Ryan Snyder. He was a runner-up at Portland earlier this year. Finished in the top 10 in 4 of the last 6 road course races. Spent a lot of time in Europe with Jacques Villeneuve as a teammate. Picked his brain on road racing. He is the hidden gem of this series when it comes to road racing. I think he has the ability to win this race no matter what he's driving.
Yeah, no doubt. And the man that I'm going to talk about, Jeremy Clements. I love this driver, this team, this family-owned team, everything that they bring to the track each and every week, getting it all done. They're 170 points out, so they need a win.
You're having popcorn chicken.
Before in this series, not right here, but he won at Road America in 2017. See if he can make magic happen again here today.
I love the throwback paint scheme to Dale Earnhardt Sr. as well. Hey, when we come back, time for our picks. Also, 3 race ceremonies. That's next from the Glen.
Ed Vance here, and I'm at my favorite place again.
Sorry, did you say your name is Ed Vance? Like Advance?
Crazy, right? And it just so happens he knows everything in advance.
Oh, you know the future? Did you know I need a 10W30?
No. I just know everything here in advance of other places. Like where the 10W30 is.
So you don't know what I'll do next?
Actually, I do. You will be going to the oil aisle.
Good.
It's advance. I spend a lot of time here. He's here a lot.
This is how we advance.
Can I get a big deal cheeseburger?
Grill the cheeseburger. Adding the pickle fries. Almost done with the Dippy Ranch.
Order up. Sonic, big deal cheeseburger.
For just $30.
I've already told everyone.
$30?
That's awesome. It's their best unlimited
price
For
ever.
$30 a line, I'm switching now.
The network you want, the price you love, only from Verizon.
Here at Red Arena, we are trying to help people through equine therapy. Working with the veterans has been a very amazing experience. Our little motto that we always say is empowerment through horses. I love what I do. I'm just happy to be a part of it.
You know what beats next day shipping? Getting it the same day. So shop Ace online and get free in-store or curbside pickup right in your neighborhood. Or get what you need delivered the very same day you order. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks. 3 races to go. Margin for error doesn't exist. If you want to be an IndyCar champion, you have to be perfect. At 200 miles per hour. So what do you say? Who wants it? The run to the IndyCar Championship continues tonight on USA and Peacock.
Hey, DJ, closing in on ceremonies here. Here are the points bet odds for today's race at Watkins Glen for the Xfinity Series. Oh, yeah, I see that. Well, I might have put tickets a little higher than that. Really? I'm going to miss there personally, but we'll see. Like that.
The attendance today is shit. I mean, it's only the Xfinity race, but like, damn.
Here, I know William Byron has a fast car, and he's on pole, and Kyle Larson is fast anywhere, and whatever he gets.
Finally, somebody on the desk that understands odds. Good to have you back today, Steve.
Here are our picks for the day. We're going to go around the
Apparently, the King of Morocco is back in Morocco. I mean, isn't he always in Morocco if he's the King of Morocco?
Well, why not? I mean, you asked me too early in the deal. There hadn't that many people taken him yet. So, yeah, I think that this young man...
I got AJ winning today.
He's shown that he has the ability to...
AJ's my pick to win.
And get the job done.
And he's finally made it to the big time. I heard some booze sprinkled in whenever they introduced him. So that's a huge point.
But go Sheldon.
I got Noah Gregson because he's driving for Petty GMS Motorsports next year. He's part of the family. I'm going to take Noah
You got to go
Gregson.
with the family, right? Jeff took Austin Hill. I'm going to go with Riley Herbst. Listen, he's gotten so much better at the road courses. And he told me, I've never had a feel for this track, but this new tire has really suited him very well here. Talking to Ricky Stenhouse Jr. here at Watkins Glen. Time for today's pre-race ceremonies for the NASCAR Xfinity Series at the Glen.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise as you are able and remove your hats as the Livingston County Sheriff's Office presents our nation's colors. Here to offer today's invocation, please welcome Reverend David Fife.
Let us pray. Lord God, we thank you for the opportunity to gather here at Watkins Glen International for this year's running, Lord, of the Sunoco Go Rewards 200 at the Glen. We ask your hand of protection upon each driver and each crew member. We'd ask, Lord, that you'd keep the course workers safe and alert. Grant the officials wisdom and grant us a safe race. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome Navy Band East vocalist musician, second class Holden Moyer, accompanied by signer Rebecca Kasha.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Woo!
That grid was packed for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Ready to go racing here from the Glen. Command to crank up the engines coming up next.
windshield? Don't wait.
Oh,
Go to
Ross is in the race today?
You can schedule service in
He's
just
starting
a few clicks.
15th.
It's so easy. And more customers today are relying on their car's advanced safety features, like automatic emergency braking and lane departure warning. That's why our recalibration service is state-of-the-art. We recalibrate your vehicle's camera, so you can still count on those safety features. All right, we're all finished.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Don't wait. Schedule now.
Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace.
Safe light repair, safe light replace. Yo.
They have this unbelievable ability to literally drive a car on the edge of control.
That's the goal, right? Chance to race for a championship.
My life insurance policy's up to date. I know what I'm signing up for.
Be a husband, be a father, be a race car driver.
To be the best, it takes everything that you have.
This is what people with eczema said about how their skin feels. When it comes to our skin, what if it could feel differently? Say hello to Opsilura for the treatment of mild to moderate eczema. Opsilura is a steroid-free cream, proven to help clear skin and significantly reduce itch. Do not start Opsilura if you have any infection, as it may lower your ability to fight them. Tell your doctor if you are being treated for an infection, have TB, or have been in close contact with someone with TB, have had hepatitis B or C. Serious lung infections, skin cancer, blood clots, and low blood cell counts have been reported with Opsilura. In patients taking JAK inhibitors, serious infections, increased risk of death, lymphoma, other cancers, immune system problems, and major cardiovascular events have occurred. The most common side effect is pain and swelling in the nose or throat. It's a one-of-a-kind cream. So what could that mean for your skin? Ask your dermatologist about Opsilura.
Win number 5 on the season already.
Justin Allgaier, he's going to win for the third time in 2022.
AJ Allmendinger picks up his 3rd win of the year.
Boy, the NASCAR Xfinity Series has been so much fun this year. A long race for the Xfinity Series team today. Only 8 laps shorter than the Cup race, and plenty of star power with 6 drivers doing double duty. The fans are out in force today. Let's get a few updates before we get the command to crank up the engines. Let's head further down pit road to Parker Kligerman.
Well, Marty, keep your eye on the number 11 of Daniel Hemrick here today, because he's very optimistic. Why? This is the first road course of the season since he came to Colleague this year that he's been able to deviate from the setup they normally run with AJ Allmendinger. He said, look,
Winval's got Austin Hill winning today.
I drive a very unique way. Daniel himself doesn't drive that exact way. We need to find some of the things I want in the race car. They found them here, and he said it makes me very optimistic to have some great speed here today. Dave?
Parker, if your name is Josh Berry, you're already locked into the playoffs with 2 race wins this year. But you're coming to a discipline that is not something you're so familiar with through all of your racing growing up. Josh told me this morning, the reason we qualified 17th is on me. Inexperience. I just need to get better at these road courses. He'll try to keep it solid today. Just think of it, though. The last 3 road courses, he's had 2 top 5s, Marty, at Portland, and also earlier than that, earlier in the year. So he's trying to keep that top 5 streak alive.
Dave, we have talked about Ty Gibbs. 4 road course races so far this year for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. You could argue he's had the best car in all 4 races, but he's only won 1 of those races. Complicating that factor today, the battle for the regular season championship. Talking to his crew chief, Chris Gale, this morning, he said, listen, we have to get those stage points. We cannot allow the other 2 drivers we're battling, AJ Allmendinger and Justin Allgaier, to get stage points, and we don't. So we're going to have to play the race for stage points. Maybe that's going to put us in a bad position to win the race with those stage points. That regular season title means more than anything else to us right now. The infield is packed here at Watkins Glen. The fans come out in droves for this weekend. They're also in the stands as well, and the weather is cooperating. Getting cloudy and a little bit cooler here at the Glen. Look at all that camping here. Over 1,900 acres of camping here at Watkins Glen around this facility. Time to get the Xfinity Series race underway and the racing weekend underway here from the Glen. Cup tomorrow, but right now it's time for the NASCAR Xfinity Series with 5 races left in the regular season. Let's get the engines cranked at the Glen.
And now, race fans, here to say the most famous words in motorsports. Please welcome Watkins Glen International Medical Director, Dr. Tim Page.
Drivers, start your engine.
Fired up. When we come back, Rick Allen and Steve Letarte in the booth, plus Mike Bagley, Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Jeff Burton calling the action radio style from the Glen. The green flag next.
Ed Vance here, and I'm at my...
What is that color on Ty's car? The fuck is that guy wearing a Dega shirt at the Glen? Yeah, I love when people wear just like incorrect shirts.
So happens he knows everything in advance.
Oh, you know the future? Did you know I needed 10W30?
No. I just know everything here in advance auto parts. Like where
I'll be
the
back.
10W30 is.
So you don't know what
I'm gonna go put pants on.
You will be
Get
going
food.
It's good.
Ed Vance. I spent a lot of time. He's here a lot.
This is how we advance. T-Mobile has 5G here, and we also cover you up here. Yup. Get free Wi-Fi now with streaming all flight long. We do coverage differently, with expanded high-speed data across the world. So you're connected here, and here? Not yet. But down here you're covered with a year of AAA roadside assistance on us. On the ground, in the air, or overseas, T-Mobile has coverage beyond the expected.
Pain used to keep me from what I love most. Not anymore. Blue Emu gave me my horsepower back. It's the powerful relief my joints need.
Blue Emu. It works fast and you won't stink.
For tires, I only trust Goodyear. So I wear Skechers with Goodyear rubber for incredible traction, durability, and stability. Goodyear rubber can handle what this piece throws at it. Just imagine how well it'll perform on your feet. Try Skechers with Goodyear.
Meet Zach. His work-life balance is anything but balanced. But when he gets on the bike, he becomes Zen-Zach. Zen-Zach exists outside of time. His heartbeat sounds like a mellow drum circle. It's cool, right? The only notification he hears is the sound of the ocean. So if you want to reach him, talk to the ocean. The ocean? And Zen-Zach rides with Geico, because saving money and getting great coverage is totally chill. Geico, savings and service for both your sides.
NASCAR on USA is brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. Credit One Bank, a credit card company. And start solving your projects today at northerntool.com. We're made for this. NASCAR Xfinity Series racing from Watkins Glen to Sunoco. Go Rewards 200. And high atop here on the front stretch alongside our crew chief, Steve Letarte, Rick Allen with you. Steve, we come to Watkins Glen. This is a racetrack where the Xfinity Series, this will be the 28th race here. But the one thing I think about is speed when we come to this racetrack.
Yeah, this is the super speedway of road course racing. 7 corners, a lot of momentum, a lot of runoff on corner exits. You can be wide on the exit. It allows opportunity to make a little bit of a mistake and still have some room to save it. It's going to be very interesting to see how these guys attack this new Goodyear tire. Tons of grip, speeds, record high.
Interesting also to see the strategies that play out. When we come to a road course, it's not simply you come every time we have a stop in action. So what are they going to do strategy-wise?
Well, the math would say pit twice and only twice, but yellows can upset a strategy. These crew chiefs are going to have to stay very, very fluid. You're going to have to understand what suits your agenda the best. Teams here need points. Other teams are just looking for experience. Some of those cup regulars that are in the field, everyone's looking for the trophy. If it was as easy as just knowing when to stop, they would all get it right. I assure you, they all won't. This will be a challenge all day.
All right, we'll keep our eye on the strategy. We're also going to take a look now at this 2.45 miles.
Personally, I don't understand why 200 drivers have to be in this. They're just trying to get more experience for tomorrow's race, but I just don't like the leeches, really. But every now and then I'm cool with it.
Turn 6 through 7, and let's hear from the guy who will call the action in turns 2, 3, and 4, the bagman, Mike Bagman.
Hey, Rick, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Watkins Glen International, and welcome to one of the more intense portions of this road course. Turns 2, 3, and 4 can make or break a run here at Watkins Glen, and it all starts with a downhill run into turn number 2. That's where you want to get yourself positioned. That left-hander is turn 2 right there. Double wide, not ideal. Ideally, single file formation. This, though, that is the exception, not the rule. Somebody gets crossed up in front of you going into turn 2. More times than not, it's going to end in calamity. And of course, with
Jeff Burton with his stupidity and Dale yelling will be wonderful today. Jeff Burton's not that stupid.
Yeah, Steve talked about the speed, so they're going to be entering the braking zone for the bus stop faster than they ever have before, as we got record speeds here today in the Xfinity Series. And one of the things that's been happening over the last several years is drivers don't seem to want to agree who goes into that first. So the bus stop, sometimes they go in there side by side, and when that happens, someone's going to be offline. Maybe both cars are offline. That's going to bring a lot of dirt, debris onto the racetrack.
I don't like the radio style broadcast, though. I think it's stupid.
A lot of problems. And then you're on the defense going into the carousel. That's downhill to the left. Very uncomfortable for the drivers to be kind of thrown into the left side of the seat. And it's difficult to really get the throttle down to accelerate out of that corner well. So they'll be headed down a long straightaway. Another fast braking zone where Jeff Burton is.
Yeah, Junior, it's really important. That is a lightning fast back straightaway. And it goes into turn 6. And turn 6 is an aggressive, heavy braking zone. An opportunity to take position or try to protect. This is a great battle right here. Watch Austin Center.
Yeah, I hate the radio broadcast. I just think it's dumb.
That'll be used all day long. The battle's not over. You get over there. You got to be willing to block. And you got to be willing to say, I'm not going to take that block. A lot of action just like that in turn 6. So important because it leads in turn 7. Turn 7, of course, leads in the front straightaway. And another braking zone and passes over into turn 1.
Yeah, we're looking forward to the calls from all three of you guys out there on the course. Want to take a look at the starting lineup as the cars rolling off the pit road up front. William Byron and Ty Gibb. William Byron's never won a road course race, not Xfinity Series or the Cup Series, but boy, was he fast when he set a new track record in qualifying right for that Hendrick Motorsports entry.
You see Kyle Larson should start in row 2. He'll be to the rear, as will Justin Allgaier back there in row 5. Those will be 2 drivers to watch early as they navigate traffic. As we get
I am excited to watch Larson make his way through the field, though.
In row 8, Gregson, he knows he's moving to the Cup Series next year. He's trying to enjoy this last season in Xfinity full time, trying to run for a championship.
And there in row 10 will be the inside of row 10 further back. We've got Stephen Parsons as well as Kyle Weatherman to start in the 13th row.
Jeff Burton in row 14. Myatt Snyder's a little surprising in row 15. Normally just has a little bit more pace in qualifying. Brandon Brown's in the back as well. This will finish out the field. See Ryan C. got points battle is heating up at that 16th spot between
Ryan Sieg and the 2 car.
We'll ride along with a few different drivers. One of those being Jeff Burton. He has the Ergodyne onboard camera, which also has a perspective from his helmet. So that will be a great view to watch him work his way around this 4 or 5 mile road course. There's that look. You see his legs, his hands, dash. That's a really just a great vantage point. Thanks to Ergodyne for giving us that shot. Carter Bozak will have the Toyota onboard camera. You get a glimpse of, for example, the windshield wiper. All of them are required to have that on a road course, just in case we have precipitation in the area. And getting ready for the
All right, here we go.
I mentioned William Byron never has won a road course race, but blistering speeds when he set the track record earlier. Ty Gibbs, 3 road course wins already, 1 here a year ago.
And Byron choosing driver's feet. We'll see if that'll work. This is the first right-hand corner, turn 1.
As you mentioned, and
Byron new track record today. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Turn 1 so important. They accelerate. Green
flag.
In the air. We're racing at the Glen. 2 by 2, they rocket down the front stretch into turn number 1, and they're headed right at you, Megman.
Side by side, coming into turn 1. Who's going to get the advantage? For a moment, it was Ty Gibbs. Here comes William Byron, flying off course and diving across the nose of Ty Gibbs. Give William Byron the lead. The lane left open, and here comes A.J. Allmendinger. He'll take that Chevy to the number 2 position. And now they're side by side for 3rd. Ty Gibbs not off to the best of starts here at the Glen.
Cole Custer on the outside of Ty Gibbs down here in the braking zone. See Ty Gibbs is going to take that spot. Cole a little conservative there, allowing that to happen early in this race. A.J. Allmendinger right on the back bumper of our leader. William Byron takes him through the carousel. So far, pretty clean lap for everybody, Jeff.
And seems like we're having technical difficulties with Jeff right now as we see the 17 really under fire from A.J. Allmendinger. Look at him trying to outbreak him in turn 7. To the inside, he goes for the lead.
That is a completely new passing zone in recent years, Rick. No one would ever go driver's right into 7. A.J. has done it. What a first
Too much
lap.
yelling.
Ty Gibbs, though, frustrated from that start. Says, now, wait a minute. I want 2nd place back. But the 16, I think, with that momentum on the high side, will have a chance to defend. A.J. Allmendinger going to take it way off course. Here's Ty Gibbs. He'll take it to the inside. They're side by side. This is not recommended. Leaning on each other. Digger's going to hang on to it. Ty Gibbs doing a great job right there of checking up and not forcing that issue. But it comes at a price, and that price is Cole Custer on his back bumper.
All this has allowed William Byron to get a healthy lead. Cole Custer, again, allowing Ty Gibbs to take the line into the bus stop. Losing a little bit of time right there, getting off the line a little bit. Ty Gibbs with a really, really fast car right here. Right on the back bumper through the carousel, giving A.J. all sorts of pressure on corner exit here. Let's see what he can do down this long straightaway. Going to fall right in line with A.J. A.J.'s going to carry the speed down the straightaway. No opportunity here in the braking zone at turn 6. They're trying to track William Byron back down as they head into turn 7.
Ty Gibbs was looking to the inside of that 16 of A.J. Allmendinger. Not able to get the nose inside that bumper, so still not able to put enough pressure to take that 2nd spot away as William Byron now has about a 5-car length advantage over 2nd. Byron out front. A.J. Allmendinger running 2nd. Ty Gibbs holding on to 3rd.
A.J. Allmendinger started out on offense. Now he's playing defense. Ty Gibbs dipping some tires off to the left of the rumble strips. Seeing if that gives him a run up through the S's. He's able to stay with Digger stride for stride. But that run through the S's, not as solid for Digger as it normally is. There's Ty Gibbs sitting right on his back bumper. This again the battle for 2nd. And here goes Ty to the inside.
Ty Gibbs trying to take 2nd from Allmendinger.
Putting so much pressure on the back of that 16 car. A.J. can do nothing about it. Now Ty Gibbs.
Jeff Burton technical error, so we have no Burton for a while, hopefully.
Racetrack a little bit.
Wow, you hate Burton so much.
He's going to look in the mirror and see a new car behind him.
And Dale, think about what A.J. told us in the pre-race show. He felt like that engine maybe had a little bit of a misstep during practice and qualifying. They elected not to change it, but so far on the radio has said nothing of that. And obviously had a great start, stopping in second position, but now trying to get back towards that 54. Ty Gibbs, no engine issues on the 16 so far.
You have to look that far back to see the successes of Ty Gibbs on the road course. It happened at Road America. Very impressive how he outran Kyle Larson for the win there. Want to listen in on AJ Allmendinger's radio, see what's going on.
Massive lateral bite, massive straightaway speed. If I'm a race car driver, I want both of those. I think he's describing the 54 at that point. Lateral bite just means when he goes in the corner, has a lot of grip, especially down here at the bus stop in front of Dale Jr. That lateral bite, Dale, will allow you to tug the wheel and turn back to the left. Ty Gibbs with that pass on AJ Allmendinger the lap before still ran the fastest lap of the field, and you can see the gap closing to William Byron underneath 1 second down through the carousel. Ty Gibbs with a lot of lateral grip, a lot of drive off the corner, great power under the hood, is closing in on that 17.
Woo!
The car's using up all of the racetrack as they go to turn number 6 here. Gibbs quickly through that as he has closed the gap. It's 1 second separating William Byron and Ty Gibbs for the top spot.
Yeah, and as you go a little bit further back in the field, look at this right here. This is the 7 of Justin Allgaier. Had to start at the back with the 88 of Kyle Larson. Well, they are currently in the 20th and 21st position. So, and the cars look clean. No dents, no dings, no tire marks. As the 7 pulls out of line into turn 1, he's going to try to take the pass of the 51 of Jeremy Clements. It's going to be close. Dave, what are you hearing about the 7?
A lot of cooperation right there, huh, Steve, as they make it through together. Clements keeps that spot for now. When I asked Justin Allgaier about this place, Watkins Glen, he said it's not my favorite, but it's...
Whoa! Oh, there goes Allgaier! Oh, my God! Oh, my... Caution is out. Oh, my God.
And into the Armco barrier he went. Solo car crash and a short day for Justin Allgaier.
Massive damage.
Wow.
The 7. This is big regular season implications for Allgaier. He was second in regular season standings, and now this is definitely going to hurt him.
Well, you heard him on the radio. I'm not sure what happened. As we were hearing that report from Dave, Allgaier turned into turn 2, which is normally one of the tightest corners. It's a big compression. The front doesn't really want to work, and then it transitions left into 3. And in that transition, lost the rear grip, and it was like a low slide. But as Mike Bagley pointed out at the top of the show, rarely does that work out for the driver. Let's take a look right here. Through turn 2.
Look at this man. He's just driving. He's just driving, and then he just can't drive anymore correctly. And then he just fucking, wow. Come on, Justin. You're supposed to be a professional. I'm just kidding. I know it's a very hard job. It's a very hard job. I'm just kidding.
Half foot to a foot. That is what can happen. That's the worst case scenario for Justin Allgaier.
Wow.
Hard to believe that no one else was collected in that.
And I was just saying, up to 20th with no dents, no tire marks.
He was trying to drive it back, but it doesn't look like he can anymore.
Just purely a mistake. Just not a mistake. I expect that Allgaier. So much experience. It just shows you how treacherous this track is. It's so fast. You are kind of on the edge of control. So picking and choosing those marks through traffic, in the end, is what ended Justin Allgaier's day.
AMR safety crew, they're attending to Justin Allgaier. He spins coming out of turn 3 and out of the race.
Come on, Brian. Let's do it.
Dad, look.
Brian, come on.
I'm Courtney.
I'm Brian.
Ready, Brian? Summer won't last forever, but you can go out and make memories that will during Toyota's national sales event.
Toyota, let's go places.
eBay Motors, they have all the right parts at the right prices. Whether I'm on 2 wheels, 4 wheels, or no wheels. Let's ride!
At USAA, we've been called too exclusive. If we only serve those, we honorably serve.
The nose piece is on the ground, so if he kept driving, something else could escalate and break someone else. I mean, the car's totaled, so...
Can you spot the snake?
The car's totaled as is.
If you drop a flag, you're a snake. Oh my god.
No good.
That was a smidge intentional.
There's a snake is Wyatt at this moment in my mind. One of you guys is a snake. Will the real snake please stand up?
There is money on the line. This is no joke. We are trying to get this coin.
Snake in the ground.
You've got Verizon Home Internet. Now, we're making it even easier for you to save more with Mobile Plus Home Discount. Fios customers can get 5G unlimited, starting at $25 per line per month for 4 lines. Start saving now with Mobile Plus Home Discount. So game more, watch more, and save more. Switch now. Add Verizon Wireless and add up your savings. Only on Verizon. Fios on demand.
Hit the road this summer in a stylish and economical Mitsubishi from Drivers Village.
Get max money for your trade-in when you lease the all-new 7-passenger 22 Outlander Black Edition. Now $397 a month during the Mitsubishi Summer Sales Event.
Hot vehicles, cool savings. That's why we're among the top Mitsubishi dealers in the U.S. Burdick Mitsubishi at Drivers Village. See why at burdickmitsu.com.
I want pizza now.
The official app of NASCAR and follow the action with free live scoring. Car cameras as well as free broadcast. Search NASCAR in your app store to download and start a free trial. Caution has come out early in this one for the Xfinity Series, and it was Justin Allgaier that went around in turn 3 into the wall, the fence here.
I think he just kind of got a little higher than he wanted in turn 3, the middle S. We take another look at it, right? Up through here, he's going to turn back. I mean, he's 130 miles an hour. You see, he gets the hard throttle, and he runs hard throttle for a while because he knows as soon as he touches the brakes, he's going to commit to a spin out. Hope there's enough space, and there just isn't. He goes around to the left side and hits the front wall. Now all this speedy drive will have to be put down and cleaned up. And it's just, I mean, that's how fast it happens. In my opinion, he got into 2 kind of like he wanted. Then he thought about going around the 51, got a little high, and just lost that right rear. Marty was telling us on the break that the track condition much warmer than this morning. The last time they were on the racetrack, a lot of guys complaining about freeze, so maybe that was some of the issue. And this is what we're talking about, right? We have regular season standings because those playoff points are awarded to this standings. And, you know, the regular season champ's a big advantage. A.J. Allmendinger leading that, Gibbs in second, Allgaier in third, and off the racetrack, not a good day.
As they run, that's where they stand in regular season standings. We'll be back with restart here. Watkins.
Will Ross use the extra road trick again tomorrow?
The
Maybe.
roar of our
Probably.
engines, the pump of our heartbeats, the pedal to our metal. The sparks that ignite us, the pistons that push us, the passions that drive us, the feelings that move us, to the places that pull us, on the roads that unite us. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to be the fuel that keeps you firing on all cylinders.
COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too, by asking your healthcare provider if an oral treatment is right for you. Oral treatments can be taken at home and must be taken within 5 days from when symptoms first appear. If you have symptoms of COVID-19, even if they're mild, don't wait. Get tested quickly. If you test positive and are at high risk or severe disease, act fast. Ask if an oral treatment is right for you. COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too.
Sorry, Mom. It's amazing what you can build on AWS. Imagine creating cool stuff that can make ordering tacos a breeze and let you watch every shot from every player anywhere you want. Learn about investing in the coolest companies and watch your favorite team from the other side of the world. Just imagine what they can do when I'm in charge.
Dad, which one's your favorite?
I'm gonna go with Josh.
Yes. I'm sorry. What? I was talking about the types of chicken.
Come on, you know I love all my chickens. He is a really sweet kid, though.
Did you just fist bump?
You know what beats next day shipping? Getting it the same day. So shop Ace online and get free in-store or curbside pickup right in your neighborhood. Or get what you need delivered the very same day you order.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Oh, hey. Buying a car from Vroom is so easy. All you need is a phone and a finger. Just go to vroom.com, scroll through thousands of cars, then tap to buy. That's it. No sales speak, no wasted time. Just straight up great cars. Right from your phone to your driveway. Go to vroom.com and pick your favorite. Oh yeah, she digs it. Buy your car on vroom.com. Vroom. Get in.
Welcome back to Watkins. Ben with quick couple updates here on your leaders. Looking at AJ Allmendinger there in the 16 car. You saw him get to second place early on and then fall to third behind that orange car there of Ty Gibbs. The reason being, lateral grip just way too loose in that 16 car and getting too loose too early. AJ told me this was one of his fears here. He said if we can keep the rears in check, we'll be good all day, but if it starts to get too loose too early, that's going to be an issue, Marty.
Ty Gibbs on the inside there of row 1, the yellow 54. Got to get used to that this weekend. Car's a little bit too free, but man, that 54 is so fast. He also knows Justin Allgaier is now out of the race and knows his rival for the regular season championship, AJ Allmendinger, is right behind him. The interesting thing for William Byron, Steve, I would love to know if you're Kevin Mandring, how hard do you race these guys, right? You know they're battling for a championship in the Xfinity Series. You're just here for some laps and for some experience for tomorrow. So how hard do you race the 54 and the 16 if you're William Byron?
Hard. You make them very uncomfortable. Listen, I mean, William Byron is a champion in this series. He's not going to be inappropriate, but don't give them extra space. I would drive right off in there with them. I mean, you are here to race. You're here to win. You have sponsors. You have a team. I do know it's about, you know, the opportunity to get some laps, but I think Ty Gibbs and AJ Allmendinger understand. You know, you can't go into him in the rear bumper, but if you make door contact in turn 1, that's just Watkins Glen.
He wants to win the race.
Yeah.
He's in this to win it. That's his goal. So he's not worried about the 54, the 07, the 16, anybody behind him. He wants to take this right to the front. And so once again, getting ready for the green flag to come back out here at Watkins Glen. The caution coming out for Justin Allgaier.
All right, here we go. Green flag is back in the air. We are back racing from Watkins Glen.
And a drag race between the top two. William Byron on the outside. Now a good run at the 54 of Ty Gibbs. He has the nose in.
Oh, man.
Gibbs is going to take
Oh,
the
God.
lead
How did
away.
they save that?
Here comes William Byron to the outside, off course, almost making a little contact there. Ty with the preferred line will take the lead, or will
Woo!
he? Here comes Byron. Back to the inside, side by side for the lead. Side by side for third. AJ Allmendinger, Cole Custer there, getting a little physical heading into the bus stop.
Byron side drafts a little bit, has the edge on Ty, going in the corner, side by side almost. Both cars having to slow down, check up quite a bit in the middle. As you see everybody close in on that lead duo. Down into the carousel.
Oh, trouble.
Crash here back in the bus stop.
Probably no caution.
Jed Burton involved. You're right on board. Jed Burton's car there with the helmet cam, trying to get it fired up. He's moving.
Stay green.
Yeah, they were running around the 24th
Brake
position.
pedal went to the floor. Brake pedal went to the floor.
Oh, man.
That's not good.
Jed Burton's machine, that is not good. I can't say enough how impressive that run up the S's were between William Byron and the 54 Ty Gibbs. I've watched Tony Stewart and Jeff Gordon try it, and they didn't make it. That is very hard to do. These two youngsters right here, they made it look very easy. As now Ty Gibbs to the inside, but the 17 will have momentum.
Ty's trying to get down to the inside as Byron again slings that Chevy off course. You got Gibbs in the Toyota. Those two are starting to check out now by about 2, maybe 3 car lengths as they race their way through the S's and up to the back straightaway with AJ Allmendinger trying to make that a 3-minute play.
See the replay of the accident to the bus stop the last lap before, as Gibbs still tries to put the pressure on William Byron. Byron's been quick all day in this car and in the Cup car. A little mistake right there by Ty Gibbs. Puts a little more dirt on that racetrack. Kind of regroups, closes back into the carousel. Headed down to turn 6. So right here, the 54 runs a very tidy carousel, and you see what it does. It keeps him right to the rear bumper of the 17. I think the 54 is better. Now it's just about where do you make your move? How patient can you dare be, Rick?
Every move efficient right now out of Ty Gibbs in the 54. He is running right in the tire tracks of William Byron. Byron's still out front. Byron has led 8 of the 9 laps run, now 10 laps run. So 9 of those have been William Byron up front. And Ty Gibbs in front for a lap as Gibbs goes way off track, trying to keep the momentum up.
Yeah, he's trying to keep the speed up in that Toyota. That's not going to work for him in that part of the racetrack, although as he climbs the hill, he's able to stay with William Byron. Although Byron's going to open it up now, about 1 car length, maybe 2 car lengths, and the 2 of them have opened up about a dozen car lengths over A.J. Allmendinger in third.
That wide exit out of turn 1, I think the drivers use that as well just to set up a better entry into turn 2. And you can see that help the car make gains
someone with
all the
Austin
way
Hill.
through the S's. 21 with a tire down into the pits.
Mosack, more like nutsack.
The battle for the lead.
Oh, you got him good, Winval.
Outside of the 17 car, he's alongside. I think the Byron's going to have to give up the position here in the braking zone, and he does.
Ty Gibbs, an impressive exit out of the carousel, has a position, but here comes William Byron, fighting back on the inside. He doesn't want to give up the lead. Coming back to the front stretch, it's Ty Gibbs who surges ahead, and Gibbs will lead another lap here at the Glen. What an impressive run by Ty Gibbs there. Dave.
And surging ahead through the field was Justin Allgaier from the back of the pack. Justin, what happened in the S's?
Yeah, I don't know. You know, 51 kind of missed the turn into turn 2, and I thought maybe we had enough of a run there, went to his right, and unfortunately, just I guess there's probably some debris out there. I'm not really sure. Just hate it for our team. You know, everybody on this Grand Press Round, Coach Camaro does such a great job.
Sad excuse from Justin. Yep.
And it just really stinks, especially as good of a car as we had today. And we're marching our way through the field there, already inside the top 20 in 4 laps. So felt like we had a car capable of not only getting up to the front but contending for a win. So I hate it for our team, hate it for everybody involved, and it's going to make us hungrier and stronger for the next one. And hopefully we can come out here and not lose too many points and go to the next one.
Just walk from the care center under his own car. Glad he's okay.
Frustrated. Justin Allgaier already out of this race. But the top 5 right now in this race are very tight. This is getting to be a really close top 5. Gibbs up front, Byron.
Austin Hill is slow on the track.
Parker.
Right, you see the 21 there of Austin Hill. We saw him on pit road. They thought they maybe had a tire going down from contact. That was not the case. Then they thought maybe a track bar was broken. But it sounds to me like maybe they have a broken axle. He was struggling with wheel hop really badly in the first couple laps of the race. And now just trying to limp around and probably make it back here to the garage. Something really amiss in that 21.
Yeah, so broken axle means that only one of the rear drivers is actually taking power when you step on the gas. One of the rear tires is driving out. It just won't work on both acceleration and decel. They're just going to have to try to repair that to see if they can. You mentioned the front 5. You know, the 5th car in that line, the one of Sam Mayer, the youngsters really showing up at some of these road courses. This is the next group, right? The 98 of Herbst, the 2 of Creed, the 9 of Noah Gragson, Dale.
One of the things you may hear while you're watching this race that we don't typically hear is the tires. They have a little bit of a squeal to them as these drivers are really pushing these to the edge. Watch this battle here out of the bus stop. A lot of guys trying to take advantage of each other here. See Sammy Smith right there in the middle of all that going on. I know Mozak's camera. He gets into the back of the 11th car there. But it's, you know, there's so much grip in this new tire, softer tire. The cars are flying through the corners, and you can hear the tires literally squealing through every corner. Oh, he's squealing because he about wrecked right there in the 26th. My goodness. That was
Connor
awesome.
Nutsack.
You get the record without wrecking, you were just on board with the 26th.
I felt
that. My goodness, that was unbelievable.
I felt like we were going to go around. Steve, you mentioned strategy coming into play where we might see people stopping around lap 17. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back for those pit stops if they happen. The wild rides here at Watkins Glen.
I'll remember that.
Stay side by side, you fucks.
We laughed. We cried. We protected that progressive home and auto bundle day and night. We were all of us dazzling. Like knights sworn to protect our kingdom. We knew it wouldn't last forever, but that's what made it special.
You know we'll be back tomorrow, right?
Yeah, but it'll never be today again.
Can I get a big deal cheeseburger?
Grilling the cheeseburger.
Adding the pickle fries. Almost done with the Dilly Ranch.
Order up. Sonic, big deal cheeseburger.
Hitting the road, not all 5G networks are created equal. T-Mobile covers more highway miles with 5G than Verizon. T-Mobile has more 5G bars in more places than anyone. Another reason T-Mobile is the leader in 5G.
NASCAR fans, don't let anything pass you by. The official app of NASCAR Tracks lets you stay up to date on the latest race and event information from all your favorite tracks. There's NASCAR Tracks in the App Store to download for free and start.
Come to a stop for a
Today,
second.
problem here from Patrick Gallagher. If you missed the course, you've got to come to a complete stop, but it looks like they've got an issue there.
Yeah, that's not going to get started back up. That's going to be a caution.
Issue. This will be interesting if the 38 can't continue from here. This will bring out a yellow.
No, that will be a caution. I don't think he's going to get back going. Yep, caution is out.
Yellow right there.
Okay, Steve, how does strategy come into play here now? Because two cautions already in the first stage.
Well, Rick, looking at the lap count, 5 to go. Pace car will pick up at 4 to go. I think this is going to be a tough decision for everybody because.
I think we do go back green in the stage. I think we have like a 1 or 2 lap shootout. So that'll make things interesting.
William Byron, 67 laps to go. If I think I can go 31 or 32 laps, I know I'm a little short, but with some expected cautions, I think I'm coming right here to pit. 4 tires and fuel. Even if I'm way off of my fuel numbers, I can come back in as we see Jeff Burton out of the 27. Disappointment as he pulls his gloves off. Said he didn't have any brakes in that accident. And Gallagher climbs out of his car. So I think you pit right here, take tires and fuel kind of regardless. You have to leave your options open for the rest of the race.
Steve, so I bet you're glad you're in the TV booth, right? Not on a pit box right now. Imagine being Chris Gale. Would you walk away from a playoff point here that you would get by winning this stage, potentially, and also what you would give up by stage points? Remember, there's a regular season championship at stake as well, and currently they're behind A.J. Allmendinger, so I don't know. That's a really tough decision to walk away from that playoff point right now, Steve. That's what Chris Gale's deciding right now, whether to bring Ty Gibbs in under this caution or not.
If I'm the 54, I stay on the racetrack, and I take the points in the playoff point. Try to fill my bucket a little bit, 10 regular points, 1 playoff point. That would be the decision I would make, knowing everyone behind me is probably going to pit. But, you know, it was early enough in the race, you have a fast enough car. I put it on my young driver, try to make up the time. So we'll have to just see. Pit road was closed that time by. So it's going to be interesting. I don't know if we're going to see a restart or not. 4 to go. We're going to see the pace car. Pit roads be open at 3 to go. Yeah, I guess I could give them maybe for a 1 or a 2 lap shootout. If I'm the 54, I stay on the racetrack. Byron, Allmendinger, Custer, Mayer. Now, Allmendinger may stay on the racetrack if Byron pits thinking he can outrun the 54, but I'd be coming to get some tires and fuel.
The caution coming out. We see Patrick Gallagher here coming through turns 2 and 3.
Turns left. Oh, there you go. There's the smoke we talked about, Rick. It looks not good. You don't want to let the smoke out. Oh, boy. Yeah, whatever it was, it went from bad to worse.
Ignited, he stopped just outside of the bus stop there in the loop.
And it's good for him instead of driving around and putting fluid on the track. You know, because what will happen here at Watkins Glen is they won't tow him around. They will basically take him right off the surface and through the infield back to the garage. So, you know, there's small things you can do to kind of respect the event, respect NASCAR and the other competitors. That was a great example of it.
Marty?
Do you give up the playoff point or not? Listen on the radio, Rick.
Yeah, if they open pit road up, we're going to have to pit. Okay. For strategy? Is it always strategy?
there you go, Steve. So Ty Gibbs, Chris Gale making the call. So if you're A.J. Allmendinger's team, you've heard that on the radio. Would you not counter that move and stay out here at this caution?
Depends on if you think you have a winning car. I think the 54 in the short bit of green flag running we've seen as the winning car at the moment. That doesn't mean everybody else won't get better. So if I was the, I don't know, if I was the 16 and I thought I could be the leader, I would stay out. Much like I just said, the 54 would stay out.
Well, Steve, that's exactly what they were saying on the radio. So basically, they were saying on the radio they're committing to staying out here and going for that playoff point and winning this stage, no matter what the 54 does. So we'll see tonight and see what the 16 eventually does here as they get to pit road.
Well, and then to add to all this, if I'm the 2 of Sheldon Creed in the 7th position, I am absolutely staying out. Remember, he's 13th. He is the first car out in points. The 39 of Ryan Sieg is in front of him. Ryan Sieg is not having a great day. He's back at 24th. If I'm Sheldon Creed, all this is great. I gotta make the playoffs before I worry about playoff points. So Sheldon Creed, I would absolutely stay on the racetrack and try to score those those points. So that's all a good conversation. Now let's see what they do.
Yeah, top 10 gets points at the end of each stage. And then, of course, the winner of the stage gets the playoff point, which they carry into the playoffs, which is very important. Ranking comes into play, and we see the top 2 right now. And A.J. Allmendinger stays on the racetrack.
Yeah, exactly what we talked about. He saw the 54 pin, so he's going to stay out. Dave.
Cole Custer in the 07, he is ineligible for this championship, running for experience and perhaps a race win tomorrow. So he'll pit here, get 4 Goodyear tires, Sunoco fuel. Really been fighting both the front and the back of the race car, Marty. A lot of adjusting possibly here.
So even though he lost the lead, William Byron not completely unhappy with his race car. Top of your screen right there said, once the grip kind of came back a little bit, I was much better on the longer run there. So interesting move here from Chris Gale. To your point, Steve, they feel like they have a car that can win this race, so they want to keep up with the winning strategy today and not go for those stage points. Maybe they can pass a few folks here, but Ty Gibbs saying his car a little bit too free, especially through the carousel, but he was making up time pretty much on everybody through there, even though he was free.
Nice move by the crew for the 54 to hold that position at least first off pit road. I mentioned Sheldon Creed when he came to pit road. Great call by the 39 car. He flips it, goes the other way, trying to protect those points, trying to find a way into the playoffs.
Cracked windshield? Don't wait. Go to safelight.com. You can schedule service in just a few clicks. It's so easy. And more customers today are relying on their cars' advanced safety features, like automatic emergency braking and lane departure warning. That's why
Problems for Noah, bad
recalibration
stop.
service is state of the art. We recalibrate your vehicle's camera so you can still count on those safety features. All right, we're all finished.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Don't wait. Schedule now.
Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace.
For tires, I only trust Goodyear. So I wear Skechers with Goodyear rubber for incredible traction, durability, and stability. If Goodyear rubber can handle what this piece throws at it, just imagine how well it'll perform on your feet. Try Skechers with Goodyear.
At USAA, we've been called too exclusive, because we only serve those who honorably serve. All ranks, all branches, and their eligible family members. Yep, that is exclusive, and we're fine with that.
Jake! I'm sorry.
If you feel different, you drive different. Drive high, get a DUI.
Getting ready for the restart once again from Watkins, Glen, and it will just be 2 laps to go in this first stage. Once again, calling this one radio style, which means we've got guys all the way around the track. Mike Bagley from Sirius XM MRN will be in turns 2, 3, and 4. The S's, Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the carousel, and Jeff Burton, welcome back. He's in turn 6.
I'm back. They turned my microphone off. They said I was talking too much. They just shut me down.
Well, there's a shocker. It's been a lot of fun already, a lot of energy here, and we're looking forward to the restart here, the end of stage 1.
Jeff, we'd have given you a break. I mean, you didn't have to just tap out right at the beginning of the race, but it's all right. I'm glad he's back.
All right, we're going to go back green with 2 laps to go in the stage.
Jeff's on that
This could get fun.
This is going to be interesting right here. So
It's like bad clouds.
stays out to win the stage. That's the strategy. But now,
Yeah, I'll give you a weather update in a minute, but we have rain tires anyway.
everyone else to the line.
AJ Allmendinger back into the gas quickly. He's got a lot of help from the 18. Now the 18's going to move him out of the way and go right on by as they go to turn number 1.
Man.
Sammy Smith goes wide. Can AJ Allmendinger hang on to the lead?
Points paying window is open, and Sammy Smith is going to try to disrupt the proceedings. Sammy going wide off course, going into 2. He will take the lead from AJ Allmendinger as they climb the hill. Figueroa's going to stay with it, but you got Kaz Gralla right there. You got Jeremy Clements, Kyle Weatherman in the mix, trying to settle stage 1 here at the Glen.
People are asking you all the time, what kind of talent does Sammy Smith have? Right there, when you can do those type of things, when the moment's not too big, when you line up beside AJ Allmendinger on a restart at the end of a stage and you power by him, that says a lot about this young man and that he believes in himself. Exiting turn 6, a clean lead over AJ.
Yeah, AJ now knows he's going to have to deal with him. AJ drove into turn 1 like he didn't have his competition around him anymore. Got in there really easy. Sammy Smith said, hey, you treat me like that, I'm going to take the lead. Great statement by Sammy Smith.
Ty Gibbs is cheering on his Gibbs teammate in Sammy Smith. Take my guy here, AJ Allmendinger, who are racing for the regular season championship, who I know I'm going to race in the playoffs and steal this playoff point away. That's great counter from a teammate. Meanwhile, further back, they're looking 3 wide. That's for a spot just outside of the top 10, or inside the top 10, that is. While the leaders now make their way through turns 2, 3, and 4. Watching Ty Gibbs and others scattered out throughout the field, trying to make some noise. You got Andy Lally, you got Wyatt Snyder, you got Ty Gibbs, and you've also got William Byron trying to make some noise mid-pack.
Yeah, Ty Gibbs is trying to get every spot he can as he closes in on the
Oh yeah, I'll look up a weather update for you. Oh!
Got a caution back here, spin back here in the back.
Riley
Herbst.
Herbst. No caution.
Everybody's going to have to come to a stop. He pan to the right. You see about 5 cars that had to miss the bus stop, and they all sit in the middle of the bus stop and paid their penalty. Haven't seen that ever before. So we watch this stage come to an end.
Caution did not come out because they're going to get the caution at the start-finish line, so NASCAR held it.
Sammy Smith comes out of turn 7 and he shocks.
So Sammy Smith wins stage 1.
Finished 5th in the ARCA race yesterday, and Sammy Smith, after that great restart, front stretch, was able to take the lead away from AJ Allmendinger, and he wins stage 1.
No, that says no rain in the forecast for Watkins, Glen.
William Byron, he runs full time. Then comes through Sheldon Creed.
Big hit for the 37. We see the rear deck lit off on the 31 car. Here's the 98.
Yeah, if we could watch the replay of the 98 car when he spins through the bus stop, there were about 6.
Yeah, no rain in the forecast, just overcast, you know. One of them days.
Penalty that needs to be served. So every one of them parked in the middle of this bus stop as you see this spin develop with Riley. And watch all these guys go to the outside. Everybody pulls over here. Everybody knows.
You watch the Yankees get destroyed by the Blue Jays on Thursday. Yeah, I heard they lost pretty bad, but I don't know how bad it was.
Everybody, here's the 31 car getting to the wall.
Oh man, that's basically the last corner.
Yeah, that's
7, the right-hander.
And so Wyatt Snyder with a lot of damage.
9-2.
Back to pit road. But a disappointing
Pretty
end
bad.
to stage 1 for Wyatt Snyder. But Sammy Smith claims the win in a very chaotic stage 1.
Dragons will rule the 7 kingdoms for the next 100 years.
Everything that House Targaryen possesses is owed to it.
They are restless and chaotic.
Without them, we're just like everyone else.
This fighting must cease! The dragon settles one thing. The Iron Throne is the most dangerous seat in the realm.
Ray Magliozzi here. eBay Motors has 122 million parts. Hey, Dave.
Yep. Wait,
How are those new wipers?
they're small.
For parts that fit your vehicle, go to eBay Motors. Let's ride.
At USAA, we've been called too exclusive, because we only serve those who honorably serve. All ranks, all branches, and their eligible family members. Yep, that is exclusive. We're fine with that.
get to start stabbing people.
Your hate got dull.
I absolutely hated pricking my fingers.
You get these calluses and these sores.
Pick a finger, you know. Which one you gonna hurt today? Once I was able to use Dexcom, I could simply monitor on my phone, and I didn't have to prick. I mean, not relying on a finger stick.
Frosty time is kind of like you time. If you time.
Losing again 4-1. Yeah, fuck them Yankees.
Can I get a hand with this?
You got this, brother. I know you've been working out.
Please, this is pretty heavy.
That's why I
What's
got
up,
this phone,
Daniel?
man.
When it's Frosty time, choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new Strawberry Frosty.
When hurting feet make you want to stop, it's Dr. Scholl's time. Our custom fit orthotics use foot mapping technology to give you personalized support for all-day pain relief. Find your relief in-store or online.
We changed our fries to make them hot and crispy every single time.
High fries.
And every single time, Toby insists we high fry.
High fried. High fried. High fried. No ketchup, right? Try Wendy's hot and crispy fries. Preferred almost 2-to-1 over McDonald's.
NASCAR on USA is brought to you by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Only pay for what you need. Propane, the environmentally friendly energy for everyone. And by Ford. Built Ford proud. Stage 1 is complete. It was Sammy Smith that ended up winning stage 1. A big race coming up right after our race. It's IndyCar Series racing from Worldwide Technology Raceway. Will Power, big smile on his face, tying Mario Andretti for the most poles ever in IndyCar history, as well as a great battle in the points, which is 3 races remaining. They're going to move that race at the start time of the race up to 6 o'clock, so make sure to tune in right here on USA. 6 points separating Power and Dixon right now. Dixon looking for his 7th championship in the IndyCar Series.
Yeah, and surprisingly, Ericsson is right there in third, won the Indy 500. So, and a couple Ganassi cars chasing a Penske car. Feels like NASCAR circa like 2017 or something. It's great. Funny.
Take another look.
Yeah, so you kind of see in the middle of your screen right here. You're going to see some contact.
Jade Buford in third. Really? Not on my screen.
Point, everybody bails left. I mean, look at them all just parked over there. That is.
But mine probably hasn't updated correctly yet.
In front of it was this. You see the 54 of Ty Gibbs. He lost a couple spots. We were trying to figure out why. This is it.
Yeah, the 08 catches right there in the right rear quarter panel as he connects it, moves him off to the right and through the grass. He loses 4 or 5 spots. Look right here. This is going to be. This is what Dan was talking about on the radio. So we're all going to go through the fast food drive-through, but we have to stop and do it. What I was talking about with the 54, what matters is not just the 5 spots, but the 5 spots that went by.
Kaz Grall is in third.
Kyle Larson.
Jay Buford, I don't even know where he is.
That he feels he's racing for the win. That kind of leapfrogged him there when he got sent off course a little bit.
The other thing too, Steve, is that he lost the opportunity to get any stage points. And I know that we were talking about that River City battle, AJ finishing second here. Those may come into play later.
That's a great point, Dale. Right, more than just positions, but penalty in the points that you see right here. The 18, a little surprising to me that he's going to stay on the racetrack. AJ Allmendinger pitting, not a surprise at all. He's going to make his first stop here under yellow.
Right, Steve, and AJ's just been struggling. That car being too loose. Also, continue to complain about the speed down the straightaway for those Joe Gibbs racing cars. Noted with Ty Gibbs and with Sammy Smith at 18, just trying to tighten up the 16, Dave.
Bottom of the screen, Kaz Gralla gives up 3rd place here for 4 Goodyear tires and Sunoco fuel. His balance was the right-hand turns were just a little bit too loose. Needs a small adjustment, not much. The wrench already in and out of the window there. And on top of your screen, Jeremy Clements, good run for him in the 51 car in the throwback Dale Earnhardt scheme at this point. Tight in both the rights and left-handers. Worse on the rights. What's this track, Rick? Mostly right-hand turns.
Well, when you're tight in both right and left-hand turns, things aren't going well for you.
They're not, and why does strategy matter so much? AJ Allmendinger, he's going to start outside the top 20.
Here's to those with homework this summer, group projects, and workshops. Here's to those with
How can anyone be a fan of this piece of crap? A piece of crap that moved to Romania because it's easier sessions. A piece of crap that believes he
Here's
is
to
nothing
those
to
with
talk
summer
about
jobs
religion, and they
and a
won't be
truck
good
that
for the
goes
rest.
to work
A
with
piece
him.
of crap that
Red
believes men are the
does the
superior
same.
gender.
Right now, get 0% financing for 72 months, plus no monthly payments for 90 days on the 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn.
I love the sauce here. So it's not just ranch, it's got a little zing to it.
Yeah, like a dilly ranch. Don't dilly dally with this.
Don't dilly-dally, run.
Sonic, big deal cheeseburger. This is kind of a big deal. You're a big deal.
Ray Magliozzi here. eBay Motors has 122 million parts. Hey, Dave.
Yep. Wait,
How are those new wipers?
they're small.
For parts that fit your vehicle, go to eBay Motors. That's right.
So it's Friday night dinner. All of a sudden, boom, boom. The kid's like, Dad, what's that? You can't go.
My husband keeps ending up meeting up with his best friend when he has his way.
Okay, yeah, sure, rewind it. How about this? Beg your pardon, but bundling your home and car insurance could save you hundreds. That's neighbors. Gecko? Huh?
I keep getting stressed out and worried about his health
girl.
declining so fast. Especially when he talks about not having much time to
Yeah,
live.
I know, right?
See how much you could save by bundling with Geico.
I'm worried for him and myself and our 5-year-old son.
Getting ready to start the second stage here at Watkins Glen. You're watching the NASCAR Xfinity Series Sunoco Go Rewards 200 at the Glen.
So, Rick, we talk about strategies and everything. For the 18 of Sammy Smith, I really don't think this is a strategy for today.
The Little League World Series had a rain delay on Thursday. That's lame.
Strategy. I think this is a strategy for building this young driver, this 18-year-old's experience level in the Xfinity. This is a guy I think we expect to see in Gibbs for a long time. So, hey, let's start up front a little bit and learn as much as we can. He obviously did an amazing job against AJ Allmendinger. Let's give him a shot now here against the 17 of William Byron.
Quite a bit older tires here for Sammy Smith.
All right, going back green.
On the outside of William Byron, who again set a track record here at Watkins Glen earlier today in qualifying. Stage 2 is underway.
Green flag.
2 by 2, they work their way down the front stretch. Gibbs, Smith, Byron, Larson, Creed, Gibbs, Gregson, all up front here, and Sammy Smith with a pretty good restart. He's on the outside of the 17, trying to hang on to that top spot.
He had gotten away, but Byron tracked him down, and here comes the other HendrickCars.com entry. Kyle Larson getting into the mix as well. Here's Larson. He's that blue and white car down low. He'll slide across the nose of Byron and take second. Byron to third, and here comes Sheldon Creed in that red and white car in fourth.
Boy, that was a close one there with Byron and Larson. I don't think that either one of those guys realized just how tricky that was. They both close up on Sammy right here. Sammy getting all the Larson in the back of the 18 car right there. Sammy had a little trouble in the bus stop. Now Larson trying to get to the outside. He's going to draw to the inside, but he will be on the outside of turn 6 heading to Jeff. Now it's just a matter of who can outbrake who. 88 of Larson on the outside. Heavy braking into turn 6. William Byron also on the outside of Sammy Smith. Sammy runs it out wide. Now they go side by side, and the 7 gets really tight. Sheldon Creed in the 2 car trying to take advantage.
Fight now is for third as Sammy Smith starts to drop back like an anchor. As Sheldon Creed in the 2 making his way to the inside, and he's going to try to take that spot as we look at the replay.
Look at this, 54 goes off track, tries to join the 2 of Sheldon Creed, bang, and the right front fender's like, man, you want to use all that track, that's fine, but you're just not going to move me over, so he doesn't really leave a lot of room for the 54, and I don't blame him if those guys are going to go that far. 2 drivers left. How about the 88 of Larson from the rear of the field to the lead? Why should we be surprised? The Cup champ showing his talent here, Dale.
Yeah, a little bit of a competition between Junior Motorsports and Hendrick Motorsports. There's a lot of collaboration between both of these teams, both of these cars. But this is going to be a little friendly competition between them and the 2 drivers. Their teammates on the Cup races on
Massachusetts
Sunday,
110-2.
Get the
Little League.
and having a little fun.
Tennessee.
Grins on both those drivers' faces. Oh yeah, it's fun for us to watch it as they drive down into turn 6. The battle behind them. Ty Gibbs underneath Sheldon Creed. He's taking that spot. Sheldon Creed right to the rear bumper. Good battle between those 2 guys.
Yeah, Ty Gibbs has the advantage now for that 3rd spot. Gibbs looks to be one of the faster cars on the racetrack now, Marty, as the battle for the lead continues. Look at William Byron in the 17 surge ahead.
He gets up there, so if it was Steve, and you're correct, Sammy Smith getting experience. How about racing against William Byron, a champion in this series, and Kyle Larson, a Cup Series champion, to get a little bit of that experience. Meanwhile, for Ty Gibbs in that yellow 54 right there, Junior, he had debris on the grill. Remember we saw him go off track a moment ago, right? He had debris on the grill, and to get that debris off, all he did was shut off the fans in the car. Shut off all the fans, the debris fell off. Ty continued on. Here he is.
Jeff Burton gave you AIDS by yelling? That's a weird way to contract AIDS.
The pace recognizes that, does the better move, allowing William Byron to get a comfortable lead here. Now he holds off Ty Gibbs for second place. Ty Gibbs with a little bit more speed in his car, a bit more pace. Yeah, Ty did a great job on that last restart. He was getting pushed around, shoved around, moved out of the way, but did not fall into the trap. Did not fall into getting angry and doing something that would take his race away, and now he's battling for third.
How far does Sammy Smith fall down the rankings? So he's currently fifth before he comes to pit road. Steve, will he go all the way to 30, 31 laps?
Well, there's a few pace laps. So probably like 28 or 29. We'll see the young driver come to pit road. But to Marty's point, getting experience is now Cole Custer kind of tries to take the position. Noah Gregson there as well.
He's got to somehow stop this, but I don't think he's going to be able to. Speaking of Sammy Smith, getting past one after another, getting the shuffle backward. He's able to get in line here, coming across turn 3. But he's got Daniel Hemrick lined up behind him. He's also got Brandon Jones, and now Ross Chastain will enter the mix as well.
He's purely on defense mode, trying to beat these guys into the braking zone. Going to be able to do it. Doing a pretty good job trying to hold these guys back. Does not lack for confidence in his ability. A lot of guys, though, stacking up behind him there. You see them all on camera, trying to put pressure on this driver. He's holding up pretty strong here, though.
Oh, Alex LeBay has got a problem.
Right here, I believe
that will probably be a caution.
Yeah, that left side looks very much like an Armco barrier.
Yeah, that will very likely be a caution.
Lines, horizontal lines from the Armco. Big damage on the left front. The 18, I would think, should pit right here if he was going to pit. Try to beat the caution to pit road.
He is on pit road.
Caution.
Did he get to the commitment line? He did not in time. And so
oh, man.
Out onto the racetrack. He was trying to get to that commitment line, but wasn't able to get there before the caution came out.
Yeah, that's too bad for the 18, but even worse for Alex LeBay. The left side of that car, heavy damage. And like I said, you can see the very distinct marks of the Armco. That has to be the top of the S's, that last right-hander. That's usually what happens.
He was running 15th at the time. As he climbs out of the car, you see the AMR safety crew getting to him quickly. Ooh.
I don't know, man. I think
knocked out of him, or?
I think they need to do a lot more safety. They need to add a lot more safety features at this track. I don't like those Armco barriers. I think they need to.
The AMR safety team
need to actually put in like safer barriers around the track.
We'll check out the drivers right away, and that's what we're doing right now with Alex LeBay.
We saw the light turn red. His other option, if he was committed and thought the light was red, he could have just rolled pit road at pit road speed. That also would have saved the penalty.
I was watching him, Steve, and he got told pit, and didn't carry a ton of speed into turn 7. I think he got caught off guard just a little bit, and then just didn't get on pit road. But a good decision, not to come down pit road. Of course, he could have been okay doing that, but as long as he didn't stop in his pit box.
Once the Little League team reaches 10 runs, the game is over. Win, Val, that might be the dumbest take you've ever made. MLB needs that. That is probably the dumbest take you've ever said.
Course right now, you're a little bit worried about fuel. They told him to save heart. They certainly don't want to pit while pit road's closed here. They're going to try and go by one more time, but I don't think they can make it another lap here on the 18.
Yeah, now the good news is with so few cars allowed down, whether they have the penalty of tail end or pit this time, they're going to restart at about the same point of time. The front of the field is, I feel like
okay,
I'm
good.
A mirror image, right? It's two exactly the same paint schemes with a couple different numbers on them, and then right behind them, Ty Gibbs in that 54. So there's the very heavily damaged 36 being towed away.
We're being told that pit road will be open, so the 18, Sammy Smith will be able to make his way to pit road now without penalty. Pit road sign will be green, so he'll come to pit road. We don't think many others would make their way onto pit road now, but it will be an interesting restart when you have HendrickCars.com Mirror images running side by side.
Remember there was an MLB game that had 20-plus runs? Just a few weeks ago, the Red Sox lost 28-5.
Toyota, let's go places.
Football score. Shit was ridiculous. That commercial bit just made me laugh. Kevin Hart's like, oh my god.
Rated R. You know what beats next day shipping? Getting it the same day. So shop Ace online and get free in-store or curbside pickup right in your neighborhood. Or get what you need delivered the very same day you order. Ace is the place of the helpful hardware, folks.
Dad, which one's your favorite?
I'm gonna go with Josh.
Yes. I'm sorry, what? I was talking about the types of chicken.
Come on, you know I love all my chickens. He is a really sweet kid, though.
Did you just fist bump?
You've been putting back a few, and a few becomes a few too many. For a moment, you think about going for a ride. You live nearby. What's the worst that can happen? You get pulled over, your insurance goes up, you lose your license, you total your car, you kill someone.
The new NASCAR docu-series Race for the Championship on USA will give you an all-access pass to the world of NASCAR like you've never seen it before. And that premieres September 1st. Make sure to tune in. All the adrenaline, the drama, the danger. There's the reason for the caution. And here's Alex LeBay.
This is the top of the S, is the right-hander. Car just going straight, which makes me believe he must have had a failure or a left front tire flat or whatever it was. That is a hard driver's side impact. Remember, if the oval's turning left, normally you hit with the right side when that happens. You can see just catch his breath, get out very gingerly. So great work in the tape room, finding that replay at the top of the S's.
Well, we mentioned it. It's not really deja vu because you're seeing it at the same time, but they are side by side and look identical. William Byron, Kyle Larson. William Byron in the 17, Kyle Larson.
All right, green flag.
8, and green flag back in the air. And look at Ty Gibbs to the inside. He wanted to make it 3 wide. It's going to be 3 wide for third. Side by side for the lead. A little contact there as the 17 William Byron moves high in turn 1 and headed to 2.
Lots of bumming and grinding on this restart as they begin to climb to the clouds. And your new leader is William Byron. Kyle Larson there is second. In third, Sheldon Creed in fourth. They will single out to the back straightaway among the front 10, 12 cars or so.
Customer peaks out there on Creed for fourth place. Thinks better of it down at the bus stop. It's been a good battle there at the backside of the top 10 with Brandon Jones and a few other cars. Both the Hendrick Tom cars control the front of the field here. Let's see if this 6'4" Ty Gibbs can bring the pressure. Well, you know if he can, he will. He's an aggressive race car driver. Just came off that carousel. That seems like to be his strong point. Turn 6, heavy braking zone. 90-degree left-hander. Accelerate hard off the corner. Set up for turn 7 and try to get close enough to make a pass into 1. He's right there.
Still putting the pressure on the 54 of Ty Gibbs trying to get that second spot away from the 88 of Kyle Larson. We saw it at Road America. He was able to do it, but not right now in turn 1.
Now we're watching the battle for the number 5 position. They've got the number 4 spot. That's where Sheldon Creed is trying to hang on to it. Cole Custer there in the 07. And Noah Gregson has crept up into the mix as well. Single file through 2. Then they'll glide across turn 3. Creed, Custer, and Gregson now will single out to the back straightaway. And what's the battle for 4th, 5th, and 6th?
It's a great run for Creed. Also a good run for Gregson back there. Both those guys not showing a ton of pace in practice, but looking good here in the race. Cole Custer trying to put a little pressure on that 2 car headed down into the carousel here. They got a lot of company behind them, the 19, the 16. AJ Allmendinger as well, Sam Mayer back there, all those guys closing in on this battle. Sheldon Creed has come to life in the second half of the 30th year. He's really struggled early, but now starting to figure it out. Cole Custer underneath them in the 6th. Gonna roll right in behind him, not trying to lose any more.
Caution.
Got a caution on the speedway.
68.
68 has stopped Chris Wright, the 28-year-old from Pennsylvania, has stopped his race car.
For engine running, no drive line. Sir.
Engine running, no drive line. That tells me that either drive shaft has broken, come loose, axle of some sort. Something won't allow this thing to go into gear. If it's in gear, it won't accelerate. The 2 of Sheldon Creed currently in the 5th position, Parker. I questioned their pit call, but he had a good run at the end of that stage 1.
Right, and that was because we thought maybe he should have stayed out in stage 1 and got some more points there. But I spoke to his crew chief, Jeff Stankiewicz, and said, what was the decision there? And he said, well, with the tire fall off, I feel like pitting before stage 1 could put us in a better position for stage 2. Well, they also got points at the end of stage 1. They got a couple points when he got a great restart and now finds himself in the top 5. And before all that, he was back in 7th or 8th place. So it's been a net gain. He's been able to hold on. He's been happy with the car, saying it makes grip almost everywhere, just a little tight in the S's right now. But I think this is maybe playing out in their favor to get points in both stages and set them up in a good position for the end of this race.
Well, that's the update of Sheldon Creed. Well, good news, bad news for AJ Allmendinger. Stayed out in that late caution in stage 1, trying to win the stage. Was beat by the 18, which hurt a little bit. Sammy Smith beat him for that playoff point. But 16 pitted, went all the way basically to the back of the field. He has worked his way all the way back up inside the top 10. Currently 8th. So all of these yellows has helped the 16 stay in touch with the leaders. He gains a few spots, the yellow comes out. Doesn't let him get too far away. So that strategy call from the 16, it didn't work out like they wanted, but the penalty wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. He's doing a nice job of covering.
We get ready for the restart. It will be a sprint to the end of stage 2 as we have completed 11 of the 20 laps here in the stage.
That's what the whole race has felt like. So basically, it's just been very short runs, Parker. Not a lot of rhythm in this race.
Right, and for AJ's teammate Daniel Hemrick, take a listen to the radio here of what's going on in this 11 car right now. He's back in 30th.
Yeah, no fuel pressure here. Coming and going, more so gone. Yeah, it's not like a broke cable or nothing. It's because it's, still running. Asking the most out of it on a straightaway is when I don't have it.
And that's the thing right there, right? So that's where maybe it's not being able to get the fuel as it goes through different corners here for the 11 Daniel Hemrick, and that's a real shame. He was very excited and optimistic about the speed in that race car right now, Marty.
So, Parker, I talked to Jason Ratcliffe, the crew chief for Sammy Smith, and, there's a pretty good chance that Jason Ratcliffe and Sammy Smith will work together full-time at Joe Gibbs Racing.
Hey, hold on. What the fuck? Why does Sammy Smith not have, like, the name thing above his windshield, but everyone else does?
Kyle Larson and William Byron. And then on the backside, I put him out there in traffic in 25th with fresh tires, see what he can do. So, Steve, you had it right. They were just wanting the experience for Sammy for running up front. And I think he is also right, Jason, saying, hey, that confidence he's going to get from winning a stage over AJ Allmendinger, a road course, that's going to go a long way.
I like that decision, right? Invest in this young man.
Sammy Smith has his name on the back of his car instead of the front like everyone else does. That's weird.
Well, that is, he went from racing like 101 to racing like 303 by putting her in the front row with AJ Allmendinger on a road course.
And that is a veteran crew chief putting in that spot.
COVID-19. Some people get it, and some people can get it bad. And for those who do get it bad, it may be because they have a high risk factor, such as heart disease, diabetes, being overweight, asthma, or smoking. Even if symptoms feel mild, these factors can increase your risk of COVID-19 turning severe. So if you're at high risk and test positive, don't wait. Ask your healthcare provider right away if an authorized oral treatment is right for you.
At USAA, we've been called too exclusive, because we only serve those who audibly serve. All ranks, all branches, and their eligible family members. Yep, that is exclusive. We're fine with that.
Hitting the road, not all 5G networks are created equal. T-Mobile covers more highway miles with 5G than Verizon. T-Mobile has more 5G bars in more places than anyone. Another reason T-Mobile is the leader in 5G.
Growing up, I was afraid of clowns. Yep, still am.
I love to make people smile. It's just what I did. So when Toyota gave fans the opportunity, I designed a funny car.
Is the clown car growing on me? Nope. But it has changed the way we celebrate in Victory Lane.
What will you design? Enter for a chance to win. Sponsorfire.com.
Well, welcome back to Watkins, Glen here on the Peacock Pit Box. KP, a lot of action, a lot of different strategies going on here.
Listen, a lot of strategies, a lot of different things happening up front. The only constant up front right now has been William Byron and Ty Gibbs. Those two guys have been, no matter what the pit cycle, no matter what was going on. Interesting to hear Steve talk about guys that should pit, guys shouldn't pit. And it's all about these points. We talked about the points in pre-race. Sheldon Creed, we talked about him. Ryan C. Those guys racing each other. There's races within a race, and I can't keep up with all of it. So all I'm doing is listening to Steve. Listening to Jeff Burton mostly. I mean, he's been very informative the first part of this race.
Yeah, it's been great to watch. I'll be interested to see how much Ty Gibbs pushes the issue here, trying to win this stage, get those valuable points. Rick?
Thanks, guys.
I think he was talking about those first 10 laps for Jeff.
And that's what I thought he was referring to as well. Very informative.
Look, the simple fact is you see all those drivers over there, everyone on the left side, everyone up front, they're just going to race to their last pit window. So now it's real simple. Who's got the best car? I think Ty Gibbs has it. We'll see if he can find his way past those two mirror image Hendrick and Junior Motorsports entries of the 77 or 17 and 88.
7 to go in stage 2. The 17 of Byron on the outside. And
Green flag.
Big moves back behind them as everyone's shuffling around, making sure they don't run into the back of someone. 3-4 wide as they come into turn number 1. And the race is on for the lead. The 88 of Kyle Larson. He's on the inside. Can he get to the lead as they go to 2?
Side by side into the S's, and in turn 2, it's going to be William Byron, but the lane is left open. Here comes Sheldon Creed in that red and white Chevrolet. He's going to go toe-to-toe with Kyle Larson, and behind them, there's Noah Gragson under attack. We got Ty Gibbs right there as the traffic continues to stack up.
Creed pushes it down here in the braking zone. He's going to beat Larson into that braking zone and take over second position. Well, we got a car way off over here.
Ooh.
I can tell really who that is.
I think that's Sam Mayer.
Sam
Yeah.
Mayer right there in the one car has spun in the middle of a bus stop. He's going to get it turned around and going again. He had a good, pretty good run going earlier today. Going to have to try to rebound now.
Sam Mayer got off in the bus stop, spun around, but he's back going now. No caution.
Basically, in the view backwards, Rick. Not sure what caused that. It's just the same thing we see throughout the race. The guys arguing into the braking zone of the bus stop, especially on restarts. You know, they don't want to
Read my comments. I don't see any comments besides the ones that I've already read.
How fast Ty Gibbs was, but now the focus has been shifted to the 2 of Sheldon Creed as he now runs in the second spot.
Watching Gibbs and Gragson right there. They're wrestling for the 4th spot. You got Gibbs that'll slide through. He'll grab that. Gragson quickly gets in line because here comes A.J. Allmendinger and Cole Custer. 2 drivers that made an impact in this race early on. Allmendinger now has reached the back bumper, and here he goes to the inside.
A little bit too far back in the braking zone here to be able to make that charge and take the position away. Creed still in second place over Larson as these guys snake through into the carousel. AJ continues to put the pressure on the back of this 9 car way wide back there. Looks like Casgrala just a little bit out of the groove. Now he's off the pace. Problem with the Casgrala car, number 48 here on the back straightaway. Now he's back under power. Not a mistake.
0-7. And we see a little bit of tire smoke out of 2 of Sheldon Creed as he was going into turn 7. Locked that right front up. A little too heavy on the brake there. But still, William Byron out in front.
I don't see any comments besides the comments that I've already read.
Larson is under attack from the 54 of Gibbs.
Gibbs trying to ease down to the inside and take that spot. He'll back away now, and wisely done going into turn 2. But he is on the move, and he is ready to attack. And there's trouble further back. One car in trouble. That's Kyle Weatherman now.
Kyle Weatherman got around, but he's back going.
Back on the racetrack. Solo car spin as the leaders head for the interlude.
Kyle Larson giving up another position there to the 54 of Ty Gibbs. Over the curbs aggressively for all these drivers.
Yeah, I don't see that.
On the racetrack right there. Back to this battle, Cole Custer, Brandon Jones. There's Casdrala right behind them. Josh Berry in the 8 car as well. All these guys fighting for position. Brandon Jones won the ARCA race yesterday here. Getting some experience. Brandon's working hard. He's done a good job of improving his road course skills. Racing Cole Custer. We know how good Cole Custer is.
We saw Kyle Weatherman off track just a little while ago. And that was the 34. We want to take another look at how that happened.
Can't tell if there was contact with the 10 of Castle. They were definitely very close to one another. He was running 14th, doing a nice, consistent job.
We saw the 10 of Landon Castle right behind him. Not sure if there was contact or not. Doesn't look like the back bumper had much. If there was,
is the USA Network working for you? Yeah, it's working fine for me.
2 of Sheldon Creed.
Gibbs draws up on the back of this number 2 car. Down the back straightaway. He's going to follow him.
Oh, you're talking about that still. About the mercy rule of baseball. Like if it goes over 15-0, it should just be over. I don't agree with that. I feel like you gotta play the game out. You never know what can happen. Who knows? You could have a 16-run rally in the 9th inning.
He's got more momentum on Sheldon Creed. He's gonna peek out. Show Sheldon Creed he wants a spot. Sheldon's not giving it up easily. Just battle off a 6 into 7. Side by side into 7 is tight as it comes to the
I mean, yeah, it's like if you're up 15-0, you're most likely gonna win. But that's the beauty of baseball is you got to actually play the game out. You got to see what happens.
He views these as an opportunity. Some of the best he's felt in the Xfinity has been here. The road course little lock up there as he goes into turn 1. It looks like Larson will be looking the inside of him as they go off into turn 2. But he said to me, you know, one of the things that helped him here has been the truck race last year when he ran top 5 or said it lines up so well. The softer tires are side by side the X of the S's there.
Meanwhile, Ty Gibbs is gone. He got that 2nd spot. He's pretty far behind William Byron. Won't catch him without a caution. But he knows A.J. Allmendinger got stage 1 points. He's not getting any of the action behind. Getting hot and heavy back there, Junior.
Cole Custer's around. No caution yet, but there probably will be a caution. Get going, bro.
He's coming through here now. Cole Custer still sitting on the racetrack, waiting for an opportunity. So contact from behind as all those cars are checking up into the bus stop. Spins to 07. Cole Custer now rolls away.
We stay green.
Well, the leaders are on the front.
Brandon Jones around. Big cloud of smoke.
All the smoke you see, Jones went all the way around. You see damage to the front of that car, but still no caution with under 2 laps to go in stage 2. Things heating up. The pressure now rising as William Byron begins to check out on this field. 2.7 seconds separate the top 2.
They should at least make it a 7-inning game then, right? Nope.
See the top 3 there, the top 4.
Gotta play all 9 innings.
I wanted to see exactly how this little battle was shaping up between the 88 and the 2. Those guys were trading jabs left and right the last lap on the racetrack. Now a little separation between them as Larson tries to close in on the 9 of Gregson for 4th position. Probably best all these guys in the top 10 to get a little spread out there. That was getting a little bit too confrontational, too close for comfort there between a lot of those.
You're not an idiot. You just had an idiot take.
That though is A.J. Allmendinger. When they were all slugging each other, he came out of that battle in 3rd spot. That really helped him get the track position.
You're not a stupid person. You just had a stupid opinion.
We saw little bit of smoke there out of the
Which is
16,
fine.
A little bit of right front tire smoke as you hit the brakes a little hard. There's the gap between 1, 2, and 3 as they spread out down the front stretch. 2.5 seconds separating first and second, and another 2.5 seconds separating second and third.
After all we've been through at this stage, it's almost like the front of the field has decided to take a collective exhale, spread out a little bit, and sort everything out. We've had a lot of chaos in this race. And right now, as they climb the hill, we're watching some drivers trying to make their way back to the front. As everyone now singles out at his turn 2, as William Byron sends them off to the end of the back straightaway.
William Byron comfortably in the lead over Ty Gibbs here in second place. AJ Allmendinger back in third. Going to have another great stage finish, protecting that regular season points lead in the 16 car. But everything clean up front for this 17.
But don't worry, I've had some pretty stupid opinions before.
Bagley said they would exhale, and I think they inhaled, took a deep breath. They're going to slug at each other again. This is just the start of this battle. It's going to get more aggressive as this race goes on.
Final turn for William Byron as he will come and see the green and white checkered flag, and he is going to win.
So William Byron
stage
wins stage
here at
2.
Watkins, Glen. Ty Gibbs will finish second. Allmendinger third. Noah Gregson fourth. Kyle Larson will be fifth across the stripe. A little further back, Sheldon Creed, Josh Berry, Anstrala, Ross Chastain, and Connor Mozart will round out the top 10. Aggressive? Yes, check. We have seen aggressive racing, and it's not just been drivers being aggressive against each other, it's drivers taking on this difficult Watkins Glen track.
As a Main Street bank, PNC has helped over 7 million kids develop their passion for learning through our Grow Up Great initiative. And now, we're providing billions of dollars for affordable home lending programs as part of $88 billion to support underserved communities, including loans for small businesses in low and moderate income areas. So everyone has a chance to move forward financially. PNC Bank. See how we can make a difference for you.
I've always wanted to do that.
Next round on me.
At USAA, we're called to exclusive, because we only serve those who honorably serve. All ranks, all branches, and their eligible family members. Yep, that is exclusive. We're fine with that.
Get a dozen shrimp for only $1 with any steak entree, only at Applebee's.
Pain used to keep me from what I loved most. Not anymore. Blue E gave me my horsepower back. It's the powerful relief my joints need.
Blue Emu. It works fast and you won't stink.
T-Mobile has 5G here, and we also cover you up here. Yup. Get free Wi-Fi now with streaming all flight long. We do coverage differently, with expanded high-speed data across the world. So you're connected here, and here, not yet. But down here, you're covered with a year of AAA roadside assistance on us.
You know what baseball teams should be allowed to do? Have pants that match the jerseys. Like for Miami, have all orange or all black. I think that'd be cool. I would like that.
If you're going to kick off the playoffs,
St. Louis red jersey and red pants would be beautiful. I agree. I think the Oakland A's jerseys would be really cool.
like Southern 500 be. The only thing bigger than the action would be the experience of seeing
I gotta
live.
pee.
And that might just be too tough to take. Get your tickets now at DarlingtonRaceway.com.
I'm freaking out. The Charlotte race. That's my due date too.
Be a little stressed about Paul maybe having his baby. That could be detriment on the track.
I'll just call me Mario's water, so we gotta go total out.
This championship fight is tight.
The last one in Belle Isle is won by Will Power. Oh my God. Scott Dixon vaults himself 2 positions up into second.
I can't believe it. I'm so happy.
Joseph Newgarden can climb within whispering distance of the championship. Win number 4 in the season.
There has never been in the history of IndyCar competition a Spanish champion. Alex Palou is his name, and he is the first. It is the closest championship fight in the last 20 years.
And as we heard Lee Diffie talking there, just 3 races remain in the season, and look how tight the points are, Steve.
Damn, bro.
Bauer already kind of got his first shot by winning the pole, gaining extra points. So extended it from 6 to 7, if we call that a big extension. 1 point. Ericsson only 12 back. It's going to be a battle over these last 3 races.
And you NASCAR fans out there wondering about Jimmy Johnson, the last time they were on an oval, he had his career best finish in Iowa of 5th. Now, the final oval of the season, we'll see. That's coming up next. Again, the NTT IndyCar Series from WWT Racetrack. Marty.
Cannot wait for that. The short ovals for IndyCar always fantastic. You know, Ty Gibbs finished 2nd in that stage, Rick. His car clearly one of the best here today. And what's really impressed me about him this afternoon, Dave, is that he has been so calm. Remember, he got booted off the track earlier by Andy Lally. Some things not really go his way. He has stayed calm behind.
Call it a color splash game. God damn it. My cable box just shut off, so... I'll have to open it up on my phone.
Now, the final oval of the season, we'll see. That's coming up next. Again, the NTT IndyCar Series from WWT Racetrack. Marty.
Cannot wait for that. The short ovals for IndyCar always fantastic. You know, Ty Gibbs finished 2nd in that stage, Rick. His car clearly one of the best here today. And what's really impressed me about him this afternoon, Dave, is that he has been so calm. Remember, he got booted off the track earlier by Andy Lally. He has had a couple things not really go his way. He has stayed calm behind the wheel the entire afternoon, and here he is with a shot to win. And remember,
end stream? No, I'm not ending the stream.
What happened at Road America? He beat Kyle Larson.
Kyle Larson, for his part, Marty, is working on his game today. He's been complaining all day about how he is handling the bus stop. Remember that big stack up that happened just a few laps ago? Well, that was pretty much as Kyle went into the bus stop, had problems right here, and it was all because he was working on his game there, not happy with the way he's handling
What's up, Jimmy?
trying to work on it so that tomorrow, when it really pays, he'll be in the right spot, Parker.
And Dave, Sheldon Creed told me he views these road course races as an opportunity. Well, he has taken hold of this opportunity today, getting stage points in both stages. And he said the one thing he's struggling with, fire off speed. Although he's been getting spots around the outside into turn 1, he doesn't quite have the braking stability he wants, and he just doesn't feel like that car has the speed initially in those first couple laps after a restart. He's been asking the team to help him out there.
Okay, Steve, they're coming up on pit road. It's going to be open. Will there be any takers?
None of the leaders. I believe they're all racing to their next fuel window, which opens at around lap 51 or 52. Only 10 laps from now. I think the tire fall off isn't severe enough.
You love waffles? Me too.
We'll stay on the racetrack. Somebody will pit, though. We're going to see who thinks tires have value and who doesn't. A little bit of fake. There you go. Sheldon Creed says, you know what? I'm going to take some tires. I want to be on the aggressive side. And with that, he kind of drags more guys to pit road than I expected, Parker.
Right, Steven, I think this was actually a response to Sheldon coming on the radio and thinking that he flat spotted the right front on that 2 car. So Jeff Stankwitz electing to just change all 4 tires on the 2. Remember, he wants some better fire off speed. A little air pressure adjustment for him, Dave.
Kaz Grau will come down and get tires and fuel as well, and has some damage on the nose he wanted the team to check out. And they're looking actually under the left front now. It may be where the damage is most significant, trying to get his car race ready to run to the finish.
One more stage until the checkered flag.
It's about to turn back on.
Celebrates here in Victory Lane. The first 2 have been eventful, to say the least. The fans here have.
All right, my cable box is on now and should be back up. There we go. Come on. There we go.
That's the goal, right? Chance to race for a championship.
My life insurance policy's up to date, and I know what I'm signing up for.
Be a husband, be a father, be a race car driver. To be the best, it takes everything that you have.
Take your videos, take your photos, take your memories. Take them to Verizon Cloud, the cloud built with unlimited space. You and your family can save files across multiple devices, and everyone gets continuous backup from the network they trust to help keep your digital world safe and secure. Get unlimited space from Verizon Cloud for 30 days on us. Go to verizon.com/getcloud to get started. You've made some upgrades to make home feel more like home. Upgraded how you work, how you play, how you movie night. Verizon Fios Gigabit Connection powers tons of devices at once and is our fastest internet available. Upgrade all your upgrades. Get whole home Wi-Fi with Gigabit Connection at verizon.com/myverizon.
Win number 5 on the season already.
Justin Allgaier, he's going to win for the 3rd time in 2022.
Checker flag. A.J. Allmendinger picks up his 3rd win of the year.
Road course racing at Watkins Glen International, and it has definitely been entertaining.
What are you waiting
We're
for?
calling it radio style. That means the guys are in the different turns, and there's been no favoritism. The drivers have been off course in front of everybody. And Bagman, it started with you and the 7 car hitting the wall.
Yeah, we've had a little bit of everything here today at Watkins Glen, haven't we? But the storyline coming in was A.J. Allmendinger and Ty Gibbs, with maybe some Noah Gragson in there as well. But there's one thing that's holding this process up, and that's William Byron. The question is, can anybody get around Byron and take the win? What about you, Dale, at the end of the backstretch?
Yeah, I think we're going to see a similar type of race that we saw at Road America between the 17 and Ty Gibbs. The only problem is that in the 17 this week, as you said, is William Byron. But I think that car has a lot of pace. Maybe not as much as the 54, but I think it's going to come down to those two, and behind them it's just going to be a slugfest. Who can survive that? That's what it's going to be for the top 10. The guys that can survive the slugfest, stay out of trouble, not get run over, not get spun out, those are the ones that are going to get great results today.
Yeah, it's going to get more aggressive as this race goes on. There's no doubt about that. We've seen Ty Gibbs multiple times take on the Cup regulars and take them out. And I think we can see that again today. He's got it right in front of him. It's going to be difficult, but he's going to take the fight.
Who's your favorite Xfinity driver? My favorite Xfinity driver is Sheldon Creed. I'm a fat guy. He's a fat guy. So, fat guys stay together.
All bets are off.
There they are, rain tires. And you noticed who brought it up. Jeff Burton, who's out there in turn 6 on the scissor button.
Yeah, there is some rain out in the distance, but
We'll call it the backstretch here, heading into what is the inner loop and the carousel. It is off track, getting ready for our final restart. So everyone in the final restart, Steve?
No. I can't agree with you there. Everyone in the field needs to make one more pit stop. 39 laps to go. I'm 31 on fuel, so you can figure it out from there. The guys that just came at 42 can run longer if they so choose. We're not going to see a lot of green flag riding before cars start to pit probably 8 or 9 laps.
Interesting. Byron is going to be on the outside again here, going into turn number 1. Is that an advantage or disadvantage for him?
Well, we've seen that drivers left what we would consider the outside of turn 1 to be successful. They have all that runoff room over to turn 2, so I think they kind of pinch the bottom guy down and then just straighten the wheels, use that momentum, and try to clear him in 2.
Andy Lally has a small ass windshield.
Starts to spin his old buddy Kyle Larson doing his inside. Now it's Ty Gibbs. It's a little different story.
Track record holder William Byron on the outside and Ty Gibbs on the inside as we get ready to start stage 3 here at
Green flag.
Glen. Back under green, 2 by 2. A good restart for the 16. A.J. Allmendinger trying to get to the back bumper of the 54. Ty Gibbs moving just in front of the 17, but now the 17 surging ahead on the outside.
Byron trying to slide in there, and he will, up against Ty Gibbs. Now he'll take the lead once they clear 2, and here comes Noah Gragson. You've got the 17 of Byron to the lead. You've got Gibbs in the 54, and then the stack-up begins. You got Gragson in the 9 with 2 others right there behind him.
Gragson got tight behind Ty Gibbs, lost a little speed there. Allowed AJ to get right to his bumper, but AJ not in position to be able to pass here through the bus stop as they go into the carousel. The top 5 all singled out, little space between all the cars. Everybody in the back of the field gets through the bus stop cleanly out of the carousel.
The new player in the leader group, you see that 8 car, running in 5th spot, Josh Berry, not in Nova Road racing all year long, has gotten better and better. Josh Berry, this is a great opportunity to run with some of the very best in the business and take the road racing skills to the next level.
Yeah, Josh Berry, it's the first time he's raced Xfinity Series here. A year ago, it was still trying to figure out what ride he was going to be with in the Xfinity Series. Now he has found a home with Junior Motorsports and one of the best Xfinity Series drivers this year.
Education of a lifetime right now at Watkins Glen because he's got one of the best ever in the Xfinity Series right now.
Do you guys know that Junior Motorsports has me blocked on Twitter? I have no clue why, but they do. I don't know what I said.
Private 3-man battle for position number 3 as they clear turn 4 and head for the bus stop.
AJ has a little bit more pace than that 9 car, but just can't draw close enough. I mean, the aero disadvantage through the S's gives Noah a comfortable position in the braking zone of the bus stop. Noah gets off track just a little bit right there. It's going to cost him a little bit of time to allow AJ to get right back to the bumper. But you see AJ get tight. When he gets right to the back of that 9 car in the center of the carousel, he gets tight as well. Yeah, I feel like all 3 of these drivers are driving their car to the absolute limit. You see Ty Gibbs trying to pull up on William Byron, but all 3 of these cars are sliding and slipping. Sliding tires, smoke coming out of them. See right there, Noah sideways. AJ with the loop. This will give Barry a little bit of run. Barry's not going to take advantage of it, though.
Josh Berry still tucked in behind the 16 as we saw that tire smoke come out of Noah Gregson's number 9 as they go into turn number 1. Will we see it again? Not this time. So Noah Gregson a little smoother on the brakes there as he goes through 1, but still has A.J. Allmendinger trying to fight for that spot.
And Josh Berry in that mix as well. That's 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And that right now is about 2 seconds behind your front 2. So as they cross turns 3 and 4, Barry's starting to lose a little pace right there in the S's, while AJ still has the wick turned up on Noah.
We're in battle mode, bud. We're good.
Everybody's in battle mode. You hear them. You get a pick in the front of the field there. Ty gets floating in a little bit on that leader. Oh, AJ really loose right there. Using a lot of curve. Every once in a while, you're going to hit the curves wrong. He gets the car back under control, back underway.
Yeah, I feel like these 2 cars are kind of holding everybody up. You can see them starting to stack up. Josh Berry, Kyle Larson, Sammy Smith back into the battle. Remember we saw him in trouble. Riley Hurt saw him across the racetrack, and he's back up to 80.
Sammy Smith, as we check back on Connor Bozick, who's got that 51 in front of him, Jeremy Clements, as they come down the front stretch. But really the entire field, at least the ones on the lead lap, separated by less than 20 seconds. And so an impressive grouping right now as everyone trying to fight for position all the way around this 2.45-mile road course, Marty.
Just mentioned Josh Berry, a new player up front. Well, how about his teammate Noah Gregson? Started 14th today, and he said after qualifying, I don't know, the car feels fantastic. I thought it would be a top 5 lap, but had to start way in the back, but it's showing its speed here in the race. And so, Steve, a lot of teams talking about when they'll make that final stop. This is lap 5 of stage 3. I think in about 3 laps, you're going to see pit road get very busy for what should be the final stop of the day.
All right, so pro and con, Rick. The idea is the pro of coming very early is if a caution comes out, you will cycle to the front when everyone else has to make their stop. The con is that you'll have the oldest tires at the end of the race. So it's really how much can you stomach, right? You would like to run as long as you're there. For the front guys, I don't think they have a lot of choice. They were last on pit road at lap 30. I think the opportunity is A.J. Allmendinger, Sammy Smith, Herbst, Creed, Chastain. They could run longer and try to keep the fresh tire advantage. We're just going to have to see what they all do. I think the pit window is going to open in about 2 more laps.
Racing back towards you, Bagley, as the top 2, they're only separated by 0.3 of a second.
Yeah, the top 2 have checked out now. Byron and Gibbs, as they work their way through the S's. Everyone else is trying to play catch-up right there. Ty Gibbs, William Byron battle for the lead, and it's 0.3 of a second apart.
Yeah, it is absolutely the 2 best.
I get NFL trying to make it more safe environment, but if this was in the early 80s and 90s, everyone would be angry. I mean, everyone's angry anyway.
54 behind him. These 2 cars right here don't have any competition. as long as this race
I miss back in the 80s and 90s and shit like that, where it was just like people in the NFL did not give a fuck. Like they would go out there just willing to die.
William Byron, this is going to be a great battle all the way to the end. You're going to have to do everything right, no mistakes, if you're going to win this race.
This is an official reminder from the Ford Motor Company to always hike with a buddy this summer.
I love the sauce, don't you? So it's not just ranch, it's got a little zing to it.
Yeah, like a dilly ranch. Don't dilly-dally with this.
Don't dilly-dally, run. Sonic, big dill cheeseburger.
Sir, this is a NASCAR race. Why are you talking about football here? Sir, this is a Wendy's.
Hey, Craig.
Hey, guys. This is just my workout stuff.
We know you're the Green Hawk.
Everyone else.
It's bananas.
You're still wearing your mask, dude.
If you have a secret identity, you need to keep it secret. And if you want to save by bundling home and car insurance, you need Geico.
I'm not the Green Hawk.
Delivery from the Green Hawk.
See how much you could save by bundling with Geico.
I will bring it to you.
This is supersonic Wi-Fi from Xfinity. It's fast. So gaming with your niece has never felt more intense. Hey, what does this button do?
No, don't!
Welcome to the fastest internet on the largest gig speed network.
Are you crying, Uncle Ed?
You want 1K subs so bad? I remember when I hit 1K subs. That was a fun day.
PNC has helped over 7 million kids develop their passion for learning. And now we're providing $88 billion to support underserved communities, helping us all move forward financially. PNC Bank. See how we can make a difference for you.
This is an official reminder from the Ford Motor Company to eat locally this summer.
There's a reputation on the track being built this very minute. One that embraces the crazy, the fast, and the unpredictable. It looks into the eye of the competition.
Yeah, Merck's gonna win it at the lot.
Loud enough so the whole world will see it coming. I am the NASCAR Xfinity Series. I am NASCAR.
And we're taking a look now at the 2, and it looks as though he will start the flow to pit road. Sheldon Creed on pit road, maybe for the last time, Parker.
Right, remember he had to get it under stage 2 there to change those tires because he had a flat spot in the right front. So this will be their last set of stickers here going on the 2 car for Sheldon Creed. And I would have thought they could have went further here with their situation of hitting under stage 2, but Jeff Snakewitz likes me to come down pit road and get those 4 tires of fuel, which should be
Oh, they could run further. I think they just think they can make it to the finish from here. So now if the yellow comes out.
I heard the Cleveland Browns played a game, then right after landing, players rightly demanded a practice to happen. In the next game, their corner got an ankle injury. This is in the 80s, by the way.
And see who's on the move. Power Moves are brought to you by the Propane Education Research Council and Kyle Larson. 25 spots since the restart. So he has definitely been.
Football's fun, but not as fun as NASCAR.
All right, so this is going to be I thought it was going to be a strategy call to get the 54 in front of the 17, but they end up hitting on the same lap, Marty.
And boy, Steve, you cannot have a penalty here. William Byron very happy with the car, saying it's built free. The longer he ran here, he's led the most laps today. Can he keep it up front and get a win? This would be his first ever road course win in NASCAR. Coming to pit road here. Right behind him is Ty Gibbs. They had a long debate on the radio.
Did you guys see that? They have the 24 pit sign for William Byron, even though he's driving the 17.
For the 54 day, we'll see where everybody cycled out on the screen flag stop. Final one of the day.
The 88 of Kyle Larson is on pit lane as well. He'll get 4 tires and fuel. He said it was just needing grit everywhere that he could get to, Parker.
Noah Gregson at the front end of pit road as a drag race happens between Ty Gibbs and William Byron.
I don't know if they have a shirt that says what you have done to deserve your legs. What?
Back on the racetrack in front of you, Mike Bagley.
Here comes Ty Gibbs and William Byron. Ty's finally gotten the lead back from him, but the question is, can William Byron take it back? These are very, very fast race cars.
Yeah, these two right here, we're going to assume is for the win. A lot of pit stops have to happen, but the 17 has dominated. The 54 has been the only car that's kept up with them. So on the left side, you see Allmendinger leading the way, but these two cars can make it to the end on fuel, and you can see now Allmendinger pits. The 17 of Byron is putting the pressure on the 54, Parker.
Hey, you see AJ on pit road down there, 4 Goodyear tires for him, just trying to tighten it up a little bit. He was in 4th when all these pit stops started. We'll see how he cycles out as you see the top 2 leaders fighting up there, Dave.
Josh Berry's big concern was the restart.
AJ's out and away.
He was running in the top 5. He'll now get his final stop, 4 Goodyear tires in Sunoco fuel.
Right there, the leaders go by, the 16 still on pit road.
And again, we mentioned leaders. When everyone cycles through their pit stops, these two will be up front once again, as long as nothing changes on the racetrack. But right now, it's Sammy Smith who is being scored as the race leader. Riley Herbst running in that 2nd spot. But this has been the battle, and maybe it was the pit crews who have given Ty Gibbs the advantage. He got off the pit road just in front of the 17 of William Byron.
Kind of basically a flip of what we were watching before with the 17 car. These two are so equal. They can both kind of keep pace with each other, but not able to really close in close enough to make a pass. Surprised, though, that the 54 has not been able to drive away. I thought that car might have been a little more superior. William Byron keeping this one close. The 18 cars on pit road, Marty.
Been a nice day, Junior, for Sammy Smith, leading laps, winning a stage here. And Jason Ratcliffe told me another part of that strategy from earlier is they had a little bit of margin over the rest of the field. Coming down pit
Mets
road
beat
right
Phillies
here, just a little
8-2.
more grip off of each corner.
Good.
And that battle
Fuck the Phillies.
continues on the racetrack between the 54
and I like the
17
Mets.
of William Byron.
Still very tight. We've seen Ty Gibbs lead a lot of laps. The problem is now he's got traffic in front of him, so he's going to have to negotiate the traffic while still worrying about the 17. William Byron going to the inside now. Can Byron get in there? He can, as they pass one of the lap cars.
Leaders now just trying to work their way through this lap traffic. They've made their way by Scott Heckert. Now they're going to go to work on Blaine Perkins. There's going to ease around the outside. That was a tight squeeze out of turn 4 for Ty.
And you can see how the air was affecting all those cars, even making Perkins' car very, very loose. And there's a car on the racetrack right here. It's going to be back on the racetrack. Everything's clear ahead of these guys, but the 17 now right in the back bumper of Ty Gibbs. But again, gets tight right there when he gets really close to the middle carousel. It gets tight and it gives Ty a little bit of breathing room.
Yeah, Ty doing a great job through that carousel. Now on the inside of Perez. Heavy in the braking zone. Just got to protect these braking zones. Cannot let the 17 of William Byron outbreak you into it. But Mr. Potter was there right there. Was able to get back to the bottom.
Oh, here comes fucking Larson.
Coming off the pit road, and now side by side for the lead, William Byron.
Or sorry, Byron. I fucking don't know anymore.
Potentially, William Byron to the inside.
Byron.
Can he complete the pass? Ty Gibbs on the outside. William.
Well, they're not racing for the lead, but this will be the lead. So once it all cycles around, they're 14th right now, but once it all cycles around, they will be the leader.
It's going to be Gibbs sliding across the bow of William Byron in turn 4. He'll hang on to that spot, which will eventually be the lead once we cycle through green flag pit stop.
Yeah, these cars are racing for 14th position, so everyone in front of them, top 13, need to come to pit road before the end of this race. And the reason why these guys are battling so hard is because they know that this is possibly for the win if we continue on the green. Really impressed by this car. William Byron able to put the pressure to the 54 the way he has.
Yeah, he forced Ty Gibbs into a mistake, but he didn't take advantage of it. Ty, the last time through 7, missed the bottom, allowed William Byron to get underneath him, but William wasn't able to make that pass. So as hard as it is to pass, as equal as these cars are, if somebody gives you an opportunity, you better take advantage of it. William wasn't able to do it.
And we're watching Ty Gibbs mature right in front of us every single race. Ty Gibbs in front of the 17 of William Byron, 4th position.
T-Mobile has
5G here, and we also cover you up here. Yep. Get free Wi-Fi now with streaming all flight long. We do coverage differently, with expanded high-speed data across the world. So you're connected here, and here? Not yet. But down here you're covered with a year of AAA roadside assistance on us. On the ground, in the air, overseas, T-Mobile has coverage beyond the expected.
In my experience, if you work the land, you gotta be a jack of all trades. You gotta have a little bit of optimism, a little bit of idealism, and a whole lot of get-go.
PNC Bank believes that if a pair of goggles can help your backhand get better, then your bank should help you budget even better. Virtual wallet with low cash mode from PNC Bank. One way we're making a difference.
Ray Magliozzi here. eBay Motors has 122 million parts. Hey, Dave.
Yep. Wait.
How are those new wipers?
They're small.
For parts that fit your vehicle, go to eBay Motors. Let's ride.
Dad, which one's your favorite?
I'm gonna go with Josh.
Yes. I'm sorry, but what? I was talking about the types of chicken.
Come on, you know I love all my chickens. He is a really sweet kid, though.
Did you just fist bump?
In the future, everything will be powered by renewable energy. But it's not as easy as flipping a switch. It's a long road, requiring decades of time and trillions of dollars. But what if there was a better direction on the path to zero carbon emissions? An energy source that's available right now, that's affordable, plentiful, and environmentally friendly. There is, and it's propane. Get the facts at propane.com/now.
The white flag is out. A notice to all drivers that the regular season is coming to an end. That now is the time to fight for the final playoff spot. Or surrender.
Isn't it crazy that one of you right now is lying?
If you drop a flag, you're a snake.
No good.
That's a huge red flag.
Sometimes the most dangerous snakes are one you never suspect.
Snake in the Grass. All new episode Monday at 11 after Raw on USA.
How old are Gibbs' tires? I don't even know. Probably just whenever he pitted last. So they can't be too old.
In-car camera, current position.
Oh, man!
Crash into the wall. It looks like, is that Hemrick?
Yeah, that's Daniel Hemrick. That is a huge crash.
Barrier. And the caution has come out here at Watkins Glen.
Jesus Christ.
Guys, he had come on the radio a couple laps prior and said,
Is he moving around in there, or is he good?
Out on the 11 car. Remember, he had a fuel pressure issue earlier in the race, so could have been mechanical here for the 11. Obviously, hard.
It's probably going to stop the race.
Coming off there.
And that might actually ruin my chance to be able to see the end of this race.
He is driver deep. Not only firewall deep, he's like driver's knees deep.
All right, yeah, he's moving around in there.
I heard the, I couldn't tell whether it was a tire pop or the collision with the wall, but it's a straight entry into the wall for this car. Some sort of failure coming out of the bus stop into the carousel at high rate of speed. And
so your point, Dale, he mentioned the left front. In the carousel, the right-hand corner, if you blew a left front, you know, this is opposite of what you see at the oval. It would cause for a very straight impact.
My goodness, yeah. Deep into the tire barriers here. And the AMR safety crew will extracting him from the car, as well as getting those tire barriers straightened back up again. Seventh caution here at Watkins Glen.
Well, no red yet. They haven't stopped the race yet, but they're probably going to.
And that is a big collision. As Junior mentioned, really almost straight into those tire barriers. Daniel will make the mandatory trip to the infield care center. Look at the tire marks too. That thing.
I don't know. That might actually not be that long of a delay because I think those are just pretty easy to put back into the position where they were. Yeah, I think you just got to kind of drag them.
Mark is definitely not as dark, and it's farther enough around the carousel. Oh, let's just take a look right here. Oh yeah, just straight, right front locked up.
Did you know they call them tire barriers because the barrier is made out of tires? Someone tweeted that.
But overall, we see this tire barrier time and time again saving the clips of these race cars. We've seen cars crash in practice and be able to continue throughout the weekend and compete on race day because of that tire barrier. Full speed right here.
Yeah, I think probably the most graphic wreck into a tire barrier was here at this very racetrack, but it was in turn one when Jimmy Johnson didn't get through turn one, had a brake issue, hard right-hand turn, trying to stop, and there, not only foam, but the tire barrier behind it, airborne. The great scene was when Jimmy Johnson climbed down that car and did that. Again, Jimmy Johnson racing later at WWT Raceway in St. Louis for the IndyCar Series. That's coming up right after this race. But they're going to take a little time here to get the tire barrier straightened back out. While they're doing that, pit road is open, and we're seeing some takers. The 51 of Jeremy Clements in there. Dave.
Yeah, he had to give up the lead, Rick, and he was sorry to do so because it's the best the car has been all day. The last adjustment they made on it, Jeremy radioed in and said really helped. He was clicking off some really good laps there at the end. Marty?
Boy, Dave, if these guys were an oval, this caution would have been perfect, but it comes at a bad time for both Jeremy Clements and Ross Chastain. They had yet to come to pit road. I tell you who it did benefit, Steve, just coming off pit road, Riley Herbst. He's going to gain a lot of track position as well with those 4 fresh Goodyears, so we'll see if the 98 can come through the field. Several drivers just leaving pit road, but right now, these guys didn't catch the caution the way they wanted to.
Under 22 to go now from Watkins Glen. Again, we have 22 laps to go. NASCAR Xfinity Series Sunoco Go Rewards 200 at the Glen.
Ed Vance here, and I'm at my favorite place again.
Sorry, did you say your name is Ed Vance? Like advance?
Crazy, right? And it just so happens he knows everything in advance.
Oh, you know the future? Did you know I needed 10W30?
No. I just know everything here in Advance Auto Parts, like where the 10W30 is.
So you don't know what I'll do next?
Actually, I do. You will be going to the oil aisle.
He's good.
He's Advance.
I spend a lot of time here.
He's here a lot.
This is how we advance.
I've always wanted to do that.
Always wanted to do that.
I get all the pickle I want without having to deal with the pickle jar.
Having to figure out how to open it?
How to open the pickle jar. This has totally streamlined the pickle process. Sonic Big Dill Cheeseburger.
At USAA, we've been called too exclusive, because we only serve those who honorably serve. All ranks, all branches, and their eligible family members. Yep, that is exclusive, and we're fine with that.
Get a dozen shrimp for only $1 with a steak entree. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Right now, it could seem like the only people who matter are the loudest. Those who want to tear things down and then fly away on their own personal spaceships when things get hard. But we've got 182,000 people, and they're building big things, new things, things that will change the way we do things. And you might not know their names, but these people get up every day, working together to move us all forward.
There's a buzz in the air in Kansas. Maybe it's the roar of the fans or the anticipation of the playoffs as drivers fight to move on to the next round and keep their championship hopes alive in the Cup Series and the Camping World Truck Series. Maybe it's the pulse of the heartland or grills sizzling in the campgrounds. Whatever it is, it will be a memorable weekend showcasing 4 races. NASCAR Playoffs Weekend at Kansas Speedway. Get your tickets today at kansasspeedway.com.
Welcome back to Watkins, Glen here this afternoon as we close in on the end of this race. 21 laps to go. William Byron and the 54 of Ty Gibbs been the two fastest cars. They're going to shoot it out here once again. But as we get to the Toyota driver and car update here, this 54 has been up there all day battling. I'm not sure that William Byron's been so fast on these restarts. Can Ty Gibbs hold him up?
No, he is incredible on these restarts. He puts that car places. There's a couple of times up through this, I'm like, wait, he's way, way too far out.
Yeah.
But he puts it places, and it sticks. And let me say this. He has taken it to A.J. Allmendinger in his career. He has taken it to Kyle Larson in his career, and he's taken it to William Byron today. What I find fascinating watching this, though, with Ty Gibbs and William Byron, a 24-year-old and a 19-year-old. I think 19-year-old going head-to-head. The future of this sport and the future of the Xfinity Series and the future of Cup races is in great hands. This has been a great race. It's been a heavyweight battle, a slugfest. Marty?
Let's chat with Chris Gale, the crew chief for Ty Gibbs. And how impressed have you been with your young driver, Dan? He stayed calm the entire time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm impressed every week with him, right? This is just another thing for that. I was a little worried when we were trying to pass cars in traffic there towards the end of the first stage, and I'm like, oh, let's don't get ourselves in trouble here. But, you know, it's played out pretty well. Like, I'm really proud of the pit crew and his job on and off pit road. To be able to jump the 17 there could be the difference in the race, right? So, really proud of him for that, and I think this is a great learning situation for him here for these next 19. He's going to be hounded by a Cup regular and get to learn from not making a mistake by being pressured here.
You mentioned that when I climbed on top of the box. Tony Hirschman's mentioned it several times.
Did he do it with Jimmy Johnson?
How key is this learning for him and racing against guys like William Byron and Kyle Larson, who's right behind him as well?
Yeah, I mean, obviously great drivers around him, right? So I think it's just a matter of not making a mistake yourself and learning that, you know, you don't let them get in your head by pressuring you. So you just focus on what you can control and what your car's capable of lap after lap after lap.
Ty Gibbs has had an impressive car today, Parker. Can he get road course win number 2 of the season over some of the best in the business? We'll find out.
And one of those would be William Byron in that HendrickCars.com car. Talking to his crew chief, Kevin Mendring here. So we've seen this battle between you guys in the 54. From your eyes, what do you believe is your best opportunity to get by that 54?
I think the HendrickCars.com Chevy's been great all day. We've had good long run speed. There's still a lot of racing left. We've got one of the best drivers out there, and we're confident William's going to get the job done.
So we've watched these restarts. Do you see a corner, any braking zone in particular? You know, when you talk to William, that you're like, that's the one he's going to get it done in, or he has to get it done there because that's where we're best.
Well, you can never know what to expect on these restarts. They can be wild. They go 2, 3 wide. You're kind of just hoping you can make it through there, but we've been strong through there off the top of turn 1. Like I said, it's going to be a battle to the end. They both have good cars, but I feel like we have what we need to get the job done.
I think there's a lot of confidence there, driver William Byron, to be able to get it done and get by that 54, guys.
Yeah, as you can see, we hear that both crew chiefs very confident in their driver's ability to lead this race and go on. 20 laps is a long time around this road course, Kyle, so we know that a lot of pressure is going to be put on there. They don't have to look far back to see others. Kyle Larson's right back there, and A.J. Allmendinger, they might get in the mix.
Yeah, Noah Gragson, all these guys are ready to pounce if anything happens with these first two. But these front two, if we look at William Byron and you look at Ty Gibbs, they've been the class of the field since they dropped the flag. These guys have run up front. And here's the fascinating part. They're getting in that rhythm, And you know what? They're going to come back in 24 hours. They're going to be in the same place. And we might see both those guys contending for the win and contending for the lead at this very point in the race tomorrow. This is just a warm-up for these two guys. They run this race, especially William Byron, run this race to get into that rhythm. That's why there's so many Cup guys in it. But it's going to be a fascinating to see.
You're ready for death?
Yeah, quite a battle, and right now we're seeing.
You want to talk about it, or are you good?
Battle on track. Ty Gibbs, William Byron, Kyle Larson will be in there as well. Coming up next here on USA from Worldwide Technology Raceway, Will Power will lead the field to the green, the final oval of the season for IndyCar, and what a championship battle it has become. Can Scott Dixon put himself in a position for his 7th championship? It's tight. It's not just him. Marcus Ericsson up there as well, fighting for the title. And it's going to be a great one. Again, that's coming up right after the conclusion of the Xfinity race here at Watkins Glen. Ty Gibbs we've seen him challenged by some of the best in the sport. At Road America, it was Kyle Larson. He outran him. Now he's got one of the fastest cars in the 17 of William Byron will start on his inside. And just behind him, the 9 of Noah Gragson, Marty.
When Noah qualified 14th this morning, Luke Lambert said, we're going to be fine. But did you think you would actually have a shot to win this thing on a late restart?
Has anything interesting happened in this race? We've had a lot of spins, a lot of people coming off track. We had a few people stall, which brought out a few cautions, but most recently we just saw Daniel Hemrick went right into the tire barrier, actually pretty hard. But he's fine, and we're about to go back green.
16 behind us, so we're going to have to be on offense and try to keep those guys behind us.
There you go. So we expect a lot of offense and a lot of aggression. And can I throw one more thing in the mix, Rick? How about rain? All around us. It's not at the racetrack, but
throw that
we
in
have
here,
rain
Marty.
tires, you know. Could be fun. This is going to be an interesting finish to the race at the Glen today.
Man, take a look at this. A really tough day for the 31 of Mayan Snyder. The 27-year-old has had some struggles, and so they're not going to go back to green yet because of Mayan. And so there's an issue there with that. We'll have a restart when the 31 is off track. And Dave, I believe you caught up with the guy who got into the tire barriers.
Yeah, and thankful to see him walk from the care center under his own power. That is Daniel Hemrick. Daniel, what happened?
I guess a left front tire popped there as soon as I turned into the care center speed. Typically when that happens, did you lock it up or something along the line, set the course of the run? Didn't feel like I had done that, but you never know, we never will know. So, hey, for these guys, everyone that's AG1 Camaro, everyone at Colleague Racing, been busting their tails to keep us in the hunt, get us back in the hunt. Thought we actually made a big progress for myself here. Road course racing, got to go back and go to work, but thanks for the safety of these race cars. You know, that tire pair was a lot softer than what it looked like it was going to be coming to it. So, I don't know, so I go to work, continue to grind. That's what it's all about.
Heard you may have had some mechanicals earlier, and don't know if you felt like you ran over something. Anything that contributed to that?
Yeah, I feel like we had so much stuff going on in the race, I forgot about it already. But no, we had a fuel pressure issue. We don't still know what that was. I'd actually just keep the mic up that I was having fuel pressure issues again, as well as power steering issues. So I don't know. We prepare really good race cars. Everyone here really dots their I's and cross their T's, and just had a couple things to get away from us there. Still wasn't necessarily going to define our day. We're gonna be able to muster something up, and just very unfortunate that happened. It's the name of the game. That's why you show up every week. You never know what's going to happen, but you also never know what next week has to offer, and that's why we'll show up ready to fight again.
Upside is the tire pack helped, the car held together, and Daniel held together himself, guys.
So DJ was the only one in the countdown to green that chose Ty Gibbs as the potential race winner, and then no one chose William Byron. Is that possible that all of our professionals didn't think that William Byron could win this race?
Well, I think our late ad, Mr. Bagley, might have chose the 54 as well. Isn't that right, Bagman? Indeed.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's because Rick's looking at my notes, and I left right off my Mr. Sorry. Look at this mess right here. We got
there's oh boy, a lot of fluid was put down on the track, so it looks like we'll go around one more time at least before the green flag. We'll take a quick break.
So with Geico, we can easily bundle home and car insurance and save even more?
Yeah, home, car, motorcycle, all bundled together. Just like that breakfast burrito.
So can I get chorizo?
Metaphorically, yeah.
Carnita.
Just chicken. Just give me a bunch of chicken.
Or bacon.
Oh wait, there isn't too much hot sauce, is there? I have a sensitive palate.
Oh, I actually like hot sauce. Can I get chips?
How about guacamole?
I don't really know what we're talking about anymore.
Really?
Sure.
Okay.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
eBay Motors. They have all the right parts at the right prices. Whether I'm on 2 wheels, 4 wheels, or no wheels. Let's ride.
Pain used to keep me from what I love most. Not anymore. Blue Emu gives me my horsepower back. It's the powerful relief my joints need.
Blue Emu. It works fast and you won't stink.
I'm a little bit of a nerd when it comes to landscaping. I've studied soil down to the microbes. It's that level of detail I bring to my work and to my business. Straight lines and a healthy ecosystem is what I'm all about.
Dad, which one's your favorite?
I'm gonna go with Josh.
Yes. I'm sorry, but what? I was talking about the types of chicken.
Come on, you know I love all my chickens. He was a really sweet kid, though.
Did you just fist bump?
This is supersonic Wi-Fi from Xfinity. It's fast. So gaming with your niece has never felt more intense. Hey, what does this button do?
No, don't!
Welcome to the fastest internet on the largest gig speed network.
Are you crying, Uncle Ed?
No! A little.
Only from Xfinity. Unbeatable internet made to do anything, so you can do anything.
Next Saturday, Premier League Mornings is on NBC and Peacock. Arsenal. Fulham. It's a London derby. Premier League Mornings. Arsenal. Fulham on NBC and Peacock.
I'm freaking out. The Charlotte race, that's my due date too.
You're a little stressed about Paul maybe having a baby. That could be a detriment on the track.
I'll just call me Mariel's water. So we gotta go. Oh, wow.
So great to be in upstate New York.
Watkins Glen's always been super exciting.
With a crowd on their feet here at the Glen.
Watkins Glen, love that road course. You have a lot of action and drama. When you get down to the nitty-gritty on the racetrack, it's a really fun racetrack to really challenge yourself and really get out there and run hard.
It's pretty unique, it's pretty special, and a lot of fun.
This place is packed with race fans ready to go.
What a weekend. It has been brilliant up to this point. We're looking forward to tomorrow as well. Countdown to Green at 2 o'clock. We'll do that one radio style as well. 3 o'clock Cup Series Racing, NASCAR American Post-Race Show at 5:30. Chase Elliott's winning the pole will bring the field to the green flag tomorrow. And the fans here getting just an incredible show.
Well, and we've seen so many just remarkable finishes here. I think back to Chase Elliott's first Cup win. He held up Truex lap after lap after lap. And I think we're going to see that again today, right? Ty Gibbs, to win this race today, he's going to have to hold off the likes of William Byron, Noah Gregson, Kyle Larson, A.J. Allmendinger. That's an impressive 4 drivers behind you. It's not going to be easy.
The unknowns of the new race car. We don't know how that has been. They tested tires up here in May. A lot of drivers don't know what to expect. I imagine that it's going to be a handful just in that department alone. Dale, what do you think about tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be fun to see those guys try to figure out this racetrack. But right now, I'm focused on what I'm looking at on the screen, all the speedy draws of the racetrack. I mean, literally coming to the end of this race, we're going to drop the grip about 20-30% in some of these corners for these drivers. It's really going to be a handful for these guys. A lot of these guys are going to want to make sure their tires are clean. Make sure they're going to have the track ready prepared before we go green. But not going to be conditions we were under throughout most of the day.
How is there that much fluid in the vehicle that he went 2.5 miles?
I think the speedy dry truck has 2 speeds. Nothing and everything.
Wow.
Yeah, I think Jeff Vernon turned 6 at home stock and speedy dry. He's talking him into it.
Put more there. Yeah, it's all the way around. I mean, literally,
all the way around
the racetrack. Myatt, over here in 6 and 7, did the best he could to get off the racetrack. And, you know, you can see what he did down the back straightaway. He turned to try to get away. But, you know, see, he went all the way off course to get away from the racetrack. That's all he could do as a driver. I mean, you've got to get the car back. There's nothing else he could have done. Just a tough situation for them. You know what you guys are talking about tomorrow's race? You know, for the last several weeks, well, months it feels like, we've talked about Martin Truex and Ryan Blaney, this incredible point battle to try to make the playoffs. They start 25th and 26th tomorrow. I mean, they got their work cut out for them. They did not show good speed in practice. They qualified right there together, you know, toward the back of the field. They got some decisions they got to make. They got decisions on strategy. They got to try to make their cars better. The drivers are going to have to be much better than they were today. Both of those guys are got their work cut out for them big time.
You mentioned decisions that starts with just surviving. And it hasn't been quite as just chaotic as Indianapolis was going into turn 1, but every restart in this Xfinity Series race, we've seen 3 or 4 wide. They have to funnel down into turn 2. So there is going to be a lot on the line very early for those drivers back there, Blaney and Truex.
14 races. There's 14 drivers locked in because only 2 races remain before the playoffs get underway. That is right here and Daytona. So the only ones not locked in right now are Kurt Busch with the win, and we know he's not coming back before Daytona. He won't be able to gain any more points. And the points battle between Ryan Blaney and the 19 of Martin Truex Jr. for that final spot. Parker.
Well, Rick, let's catch up with AJ Allmendinger's crew chief, Bruce Slicker here, because you guys are going to be lined up fifth. You've been up there throughout this race. What more do you need to maybe go up there and challenge that 54-17?
Just a little bit of AJ Allmendinger. You know, he's one of the best out there. So we've made some improvements on the car, so he's liking it. So I feel like a couple good restarts here. Hopefully get back going green here.
Will we race soon? Hopefully.
8 or so laps. So and then we'll kind of see what happens. Hopefully there's no late race caution where crew chiefs are going to have to make some decisions there. So
I know before the race, AJ told us that he was suffering a little bit of a misfire issue or stumbling issue. Has that shown up at all in this race today?
He has not mentioned that during the race, which, you know, we kind of talked about it. If it's there, it's nothing really we can do about it. So just kind of focus on what you got to do as a driver and talk about it Tuesday.
What's his best shot to pass? What do you think? Down turn 1 or down the bus stop?
I like turn 1.
We just please go green.
There you go, guys. We know he is. He's really good at these road courses. And we know he can break very late. See if he can get some track position during the restart.
He's got great success, and we know it from just a couple weeks ago. Indianapolis holding off the pack, and that 16 of AJ Allmendinger doing it again. 9 times he has won on road courses.
Well, it's twofold. Not only does he have a remarkable amount of fine speed, he just doesn't make a lot of mistakes, right? So when he gets control of the race, he's hard to pass. He has yet to have control of this race, but I don't disagree with his crew chief. You know, is he as good as the cars in front of him? I'm not sure we really know, but with 9 wins total to his name, I hate to have to go up and pass him. I think your best chance is to keep him behind you.
What's up, RJ? It's been a while. Where have you been?
That battle will begin once again when we return.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to see the end of this race.
Well,
we definitely if we see another caution.
Aliens. I know they're out there. So with Toyota's help, I designed a car to welcome them with open arms. Cool car.
Cut during 20 to go, and it has happened again. Like, when did this caution come out?
Oh, you're back. Will they make contact? I don't know, but I want to believe.
What will you design? Enter for a chance to win at sponsorfire.com.
Thank you.
We've been under caution for 25 minutes.
It's amazing when you can build on AWS. Imagine creating cool stuff that can make ordering tacos a breeze and let you watch every shot from every player anywhere you want. Learn about investing in the coolest companies and watch your favorite team from the other side of the world. Just imagine what they can do when I'm in charge.
Welcome back to Watkins, Glen International. We continue under the caution flag. The track has received a lot of fluid and a lot of speedy dry. We're buttoning that up, and as we do, we're shaping up for quite the battle here to the checkered flag between Ty Gibbs, William Byron, and others. Dale Jr., what do you think there? Turn 1 has been dicey. The S's have been icy. Dicey, that is. What about in front of you? Could it be icy as well with all this speedy drive you've had out there?
Yeah, it's definitely icy. I can see the speedy drive still just kind of laying across the racetrack.
All right, we are going green this lap.
But they're still a little bit down. The driver will have to work through. That's going to drop the grip just a little bit, especially in some of the braking zones. Right now, this is going to be where everybody pushes their absolute hardest into these braking zones.
If we get another caution, I won't be able to watch the end of this race.
I don't know if the grip is going to be there that they've experienced the entire race. We may see some guys make some mistakes here late.
Well, you hope the guy that you made mad in Indianapolis in turn 1 on the restart is not starting behind you on this restart, because turn 1 here is an opportunity. Heavy braking zone is wide, a 9-degree corner, a lot of runoff. We're going to see some extremely aggressive moves. If you don't go 3 wide and block on the bottom, they're going to put you 3 wide. So you've got to be aggressive here. And then up to the S's, make some wise decisions. Is it in your best interest to go side by side up to the S's, or are you better off giving that spot up to keep somebody from behind you?
Yeah, I'm excited for the Cup race tomorrow.
Exceptionally aggressive, but you got to think your way through this.
World's longest caution. Yeah, shit's insane.
I didn't laugh out loud, did I, when he said aggressive and think? well. Because, look, these guys are going to fill every sliver of an opening going into turn one. They're going to worry about 2 when they get over to it.
And the first ones that are going to get to maybe less traction on a racetrack because they're not sure yet are going to be the 2 fastest cars we've seen all day.
Well, Ty Gibbs is going to feel good about his traction off turn 1 because he hasn't been on the racetrack on one of these exits yet. So this is going to be awesome. 15 to go.
Caution came out at 5:04.
Laps remaining. It's been an incredible battle.
And green flag is back in the air. 15 to go.
The 17 of William Byron on the inside. He's getting a little help from Noah Gragson. And then A.J. Allmendinger peeks to the inside. He makes it 3 wide for that 3rd position. Looking to take 3rd away as the battle for the lead continues. Here comes Byron on the inside.
Byron to the inside of Ty Gibbs. Gibbs is going to sweep around the outside. He'll grab the lead. And here comes Kyle Larson. Larson will go to 2nd. Byron falls to 3rd. A.J. Allmendinger, who started that 3-wide run into 1, he'll fall back to 4th. But look out, here comes Larson. Larson have enough pace in this race car to be able to take the fight to the 54 that's leading Ty Gibbs. Haven't really seen him in this second half of the race go up against a big slip right there. We talked about how dirty the racetrack is. A lot of guys moving up the racetrack in the carousel there, having a trouble finding grip.
That was not the start that William Byron needed. Williams got a good car. It's been better than Larson the second half of this race. Now he's got to go find a way around his teammate if he's going to take the battle to Ty Gibbs. Right here, he's looking a little bit too tight. Get good momentum off of 7, trying to make a move into 1.
And Ty Gibbs just wants a little bit of fight out of Kyle Larson. Don't just let William Byron by. I believe the 54 is better than the 88, but not so lucky. The 17 to 2nd. 17 dives to the inside. He'll pick up position number 2. Larson falls back to 3rd. And A.J. Allmendinger hasn't been able to make any noise. I would have thought he would have gotten up there closer to the front. As Ty Gibbs gets further away, A.J. Allmendinger in the 16 is mired deeper in traffic. As now he too will try to make his way to the inside of Kyle Larson on the backstretch.
Now we get to see if William Byron can close the gap. Try to put the pressure back on the 54. Ty Gibbs has a comfortable lead. We try to limit the mistakes. Just put together good clean corners right now. The lead stabilizing just above 1 second. Byron not able to draw away from Larson and everyone behind him.
Opportunity right here to make up some ground. This long, straight, this braking zone right here is a great opportunity. And that's where Ty Gibbs has been fast all day. He just got to run qualifying laps. The next 13 laps, run them like you're making a few laps to try to drive away from that 17-year-old William Byron.
The 19-year-old has been impressive, to say the least. Ty Gibbs now with almost a 1-second lead over second place William Byron, with just 13 laps remain here at the Glen, as the 2 similar-looking cars running 2nd and 3rd, with Larson back there in that 3rd spot.
If the goal is to track down Ty Gibbs for the win, everybody had best mind their P's and Q's, stay in line, and race very friendly. Because the more you dice it up, the more he's going to get away. And Ty Gibbs, there's no doubt, is getting away now by 1.1 seconds over that Byron Larson tango there for 2nd and 3rd.
Yeah, the last lap, pretty even between the first 2 cars. Everybody behind them staying in good close contact. A little bit of dirt on the racetrack, cars hanging tires off. Sammy Smith driving back up into the top 5 here, trying to take that spot away from Gragson.
Yeah, Sammy Smith, crew chief Jackson Ratcliffe put him kind of in a tough situation, trying to get him some experience. Well, he's answered the call and showed Jason that he can do it, moving that car all the way from the back up here in a good position, battling Noah Gragson. Again, this is all over Noah, getting into turn 7. Now he wants to be able to turn right. Show Noah that front bumper into turn 1.
That's for the 5th spot, and right now Noah Gragson has it. Sammy Smith looking to the inside. We see Ty Gibbs again about a 4-car length lead right now over the 17 of William Byron.
The question is, can Byron track him down? He's trying. He's pulling the car in places where he can have the most success. In the S's, that's right against the rumble strips, not on the rumble strips. Right now, 0.8 of a second, and he's making ground and tracking down the race leader.
Just close the gap. 3/10 bags to go into the bus stop and watch this 54 car work through there really nicely. No big issues. Well, one little small mistake is 10th here, 10th there.
Byron is catching. Iowa wins against Washington.
Well, they exit the carousel. We saw Byron throw that cross and put a lot of pressure on Ty Gibbs. Ty's car was sliding around the racetrack. Without a doubt, Byron is running him down. Looks like he's better up to the S's. Braking zones are straight for Larson right now. I'm sorry, William as well.
William Byron closing the gap within 3 car lengths of the 54 now. The gap was a second between the two. It's 0.8 of a second now. And just 11 laps still to go. Sammy Smith, another excellent run that we've been talking about as he has taken 5th away from Gregson. Now he's setting his sights on Allmendinger.
Right now, Sammy Smith climbing the hill. That will be the battle for 4th. Allmendinger in 4th into 16. And then you've got Sammy Smith in the 18 as they come to the back straightaway. That battle has stabilized somewhat as everybody now just waiting to the end here. 11 laps to go.
Pretty impressive run here. This 18 car, Sammy Smith. Tries to work here, putting the pressure on AJ. AJ seems to be working his car a lot harder to be able to make the time. Larson up the racetrack in front of these guys. Maybe way wide on corner exit here. This is a great little battle between these 3 cars. Really good battle, and I agree with you, Junior. Sammy Smith's car looks very much under control. The 2 cars in front of him, of Larson and AJ Allmendinger, they're sideways, they're sliding tires. They do not look like they have the ability to make the speed that Sammy Smith has in that 18.
Does the 18-year-old have enough time? 10 laps to go here at Watkins Glen. Sammy Smith trying to take 4th away from Allmendinger, and he sees Larson as now he goes and takes the 4th spot away. Sammy Smith up to 4th.
Textbook road course pass right there. Open up the inside lane, coming into turn 1. Ease through, close the door, and now is in getaway mode. He'll leave Allmendinger by a car length, and now he's got about 5 or 6 before he can catch Kyle Larson in what would be a battle for the 3rd spot.
Sammy Smith now in 4th. He restarted 9th and has come through the field a couple of times today. But Jeff, yesterday, he was in the ARCA race. He led almost every lap of that race until turn 1 of the last
Larson doing
lap.
Formula Drift.
Green flag and then checkered flag next lap. He got spun and wrecked at that moment. So he is getting a little vengeance here today on the Xfinity Series field. This young man, so impressive behind the wheel of the 18. Wouldn't be surprised at all if he's full-time at JGR next year.
Well, he's certainly showing everybody he belongs. I called him the winner of the ARCA race a little while ago in the race because I watched him just dominate. This is in my head that he was the best driver, the best car on that day. But Sammy Smith, all year really, guys, is showing that he belongs in this series in the few races that he's had.
At just 18 years old, a year ago he was the ARCA East champion.
9 laps
this
left.
Is just his 4th
Where's
start
Kimi? This is not the race that
Series,
Kimi
so
Räikkönen is
very
running.
impressive.
He's running the Cup race tomorrow.
And the 19-year-old, Ty Gibbs, you can't say enough about how well he is running this road course, staying in front of the Cup veteran, William Byron.
Byron's closing that gap just a little bit now, almost half a second. A little bit of a mistake on the entry to the bus stop cost Byron a couple tenths right there. Watching these guys is a great shot to be able to see kind of who's doing what, who's perfecting each part of the racetrack to head to Jeff. Yeah, it's really interesting. Watch both of them use all the racetrack on the right side. Both of them turn. Neither on the curve on their left sides. Both cross over the curve in between 6 and 7. And this corner is so important. Look how low 17 of William Byron is on that corner exit.
Great exit there for William Byron, but also Ty Gibbs putting on a heck of a performance here as he goes into turn number 1. Again, a reminder coming up next, it's NTT IndyCar Series from WWT Raceway.
That car spinning over here.
Oh, someone's off in the grass. That's Ross Chastain.
92, so
Probably won't be able to get out of that. Shit.
Yeah, he's stuck. He is stuck. Yeah, I don't think there's any way he's going to get out of there without some assistance from the trucks. Sits there, spinning his rear tires, trying to get out, but it's
Just leave him there. Just leave him there, bro. Yeah, there's the caution.
Leading a restart. Everyone will be bunched back up behind the 54 of Ty Gibbs.
You see how deep the back of the 92 is in the sand. So NASCAR has said that they will provide assistance leaving the sand traps if they can use a
Don't leave us, Sam. I wish I could make that decision for myself. Well, technically, I can make the decision for myself, but...
He was running 19th at the time when he went into the gravel pit.
Yeah, was speeding under the last set of yellows. This is the 8th yellow here, Watkins, and tying the record.
That was one record I didn't want to tie. We saw a track record be broke.
Yeah, we've talked a lot about strategy, and this is an interesting situation. You know, I don't think the leaders are going to pit, but someone is going to put some new tires on, and that person's going to be on full aggressive mode. So what we'll have to see is, let's take a look at how the 92 got here. I can't tell if it's a stacked up or, I mean, both the 92 and the 23 went around, and the 92 really just nothing he can do at this point as he goes back into the sand, though.
Thanks, slow pasta.
See how fast he was going as he entered the sand. You said there's nothing he could do. AMR safety team is just arriving on the scene.
If it wasn't for the 30 fucking minute caution almost, the race would have been over by
So
now.
you see right there underneath the O of Camaro, there's the cars themselves are asked to put some toe straps for this specific reason. We're going to literally drag you out of the sand by these provided straps. We'll see how this goes.
They'll latch up to the 92, pull Ross Chastain out of the gravel, and we'll get ready for a restart. Ty Gibbs, can he hold off Cup veteran William Byron, Kyle Larson? They're running right behind him.
Oh well, that's the end of your stream, yep. Because I gotta go to work. But I'll be live tomorrow at 2:45 because the race is at 3, so bye guys, sorry about that. Well, fucking 30-minute caution flag was probably not a big help, but alright y'all, I'll